worth $2 million. The short price favourite here is number 8, Well Written, to be ridden by Matthew Cartwright.
I think for her, this is a really good sign of the way that she's behaved.
700 metres to go in the TAB Karaka Millions 3-year-old. And the lamplighter is He Who Dares and the famous Tangerine, a neck in advance of Fleeting Star. Argo works forward out wider, then War Princess. Affirmative Action, Well Written. She's hemmed up in between runners from Sweet Ice as they turn for home. Out wider, Chilling out further back, Romanov. And then Lollapalooza, Now Not Never, and Miss Iggy. Homeward bound, 300 to go. He Who Dares. Here comes Well Written out after him now. 2 lengths away, War Princess. Further back then we've got La Dorada. It's Well Written and He Who Dares. But Well Written, she burst away. Oh, have a look at New Zealand's next racing superstar, Well Written. She is a bestseller. She has absolutely bolted in. Second, Hicks Racing superstar, Well Written. She is a bestseller. She has absolutely bolted in. Second, He Who Dares. Photos for third, La Dorada. Right there also was Chilling Out and War Princess. And Matt Cartwright. And she has absolutely bolted in. Well Written. The filly
Tom Kitten, who was very unlucky first up in the autumn last year, really won a Futurity. Does look the class runner here, and he's clearly the best backed with Sportsbet. So 290 into 250, but just getting back out to 270 now. Zoo Sensations.
The outside, 2 lengths to Feroce. Tom Kitten follows him. Then Gums Hughes, and 2 lengths away to Plymouth as they reach the 600 metres. So it's Sandpaper looking for back-to-back wins. He starts to increase the speed. 1 length now on Zoo Sensation. V8 2 away from Jenny Lala. Feroce's being called upon, about to be brought towards the middle. Hughes saving ground. Tom Kitten still back second last, and Williams looking for a path through the ruck. No, he's going to swing to the outside now. Plymouth last, into the straight, 300 to go. Zoo Sensation goes up to Sandpaper. V8 Feroce on the scene. Jenny Lala. Tom Kitten's winding up. He's got 3 lengths to make up, but he's coming. Feroce found the front, 100 to go. Tom Kitten's trying hard. He's coming after him now. Tom Kitten goes to Feroce and landed the win. Tom Kitten, a crowd favourite, beat Feroce and they spaced the rest. It was V8 just...
Oh, terrific win. Tom Kitten gives them a start, down in class, gives them a beating. Defeats another Group 1 winner. There were 3 Group 1 winners in the field, Em, and they run 1, 2, 3. So, I mean, the class is the way. Oh, bring it on. The Black Caviar Lightning with Biowakt. Giga Kill. So we've got 6 Group 1 winners out of the 8. Barrakill is one of them.
Here we go. And the market with Sportsbet has Tentyrus at the top, but he is on the drift, and the reason why is because Giga Kick has been absolutely smashed. He is the best backed runner here by quite some way. He's in a $3.30 now. My Gladiola there, the grey on the second.
By Benedena, Giga Kick is sliding forward around those horses. They were followed by Barrakill, My Gladiola, Tentyrus last of all. 550 out, Bayvark the leader, a length and 3/4, Mahuna, Giga Kick. Then came Military Tycoon, Barrakill, Benedetta, My Gladiola with 5 lengths to pick up. Tentyrus tracking her. 350 out. Giga Kick moves up on the outside to claim Bayvark. Mahuna trying to go with Giga. Barrakill's running a race, and here comes the grey My Gladiola. Then Tentyrus, who's winding up. 150 out. My Gladiola. Tentyrus is putting in big strides. Tentyrus has monstered them and wins the Lightning from My Gladiola. Benedetta third. Then Barrakill with 5 lengths to pick up. Tentyrus tracking her. 350 out. Giga Kick moves up on the outside to claim Bayvark. Mahuna trying to go with Giga. Barrakill's running a race, and here comes the grey My Gladiola. Then Tentyrus, who's winding up. 150 out. My Gladiola. Tentyrus is putting in big strides. Tentyrus has monstered them and wins the Lightning from My Gladiola. Benedetta third. Then Barrakill. Giga Kick back behind those horses. Mahuna, Military Tycoon. Bayvark at the tail of the field. What a win.
What a win indeed, Matty. You've described it perfectly, because he's the young star. He's the one at the
work on him, and obviously had that accident, but Frosty rode him beautifully. He knew he was always going to get there, and he rode him.
It was breathtaking.
Yeah, he was super. It was he hasn't probably. Yeah, he's a superstar. Yeah, I mean I think. Yeah, it feels good to have one. So.
That looks like it means a bit to you, mate.
Yeah, it has. I mean, it's been...
Anything in particular?
No, I don't know. I think, for Dad as well, he said to me in the spring, actually, he said, this might be the best horse you train. I thought there's a bit of cheek in that because he's probably trained better. So he was sort of like, this might be the best horse you train, but I've had some better ones in the past. But he might yet end up one of the best ones he's had as well. He's just at home.
The main thing was, as long as you're within striking distance at the 300, we felt that he had the turn of foot to pass them all. So the race actually just panned out exactly as we could have hoped. They all got it was not dissimilar to the Coolmore, where they all got a little bit of a rush of blood and got rolling from the 600. I mean, there's a long way to go. So we're always going to be late on the scene, and Damien's just a great rider. He's in great...
In fairness, did you have a look at the sectionals? That was just phenomenal. For a horse to rattle off what he did. I looked at Barraquil's, and I think we ran 32.5 or something like that. And then I looked at Tentyrus's. That's just astronomical.
Yeah.
For horses to run home the way that he did, that's exceptional. My Gladiola was just as good as well.
83.
That's crazy. Is it 31.5? Ollie, how often do you see that?
No, I can't say I've seen that too often.
No, exactly. So that is...
You got concerns, Ollie?
There is Jolie Star, a three-time Group 1 winner, and she resumes today in the expressway over the 1,200 metres.
45% of the money. This has been a good late firm, and the big money is coming. 360 into 250. The other is, of course, Jolie Star at 260. She has 35% of the money. Caballas
has a clear lead now. Got a length and a half clear from Coal Crusher. 2 lengths further back to Lady Shenandoah. On the inside is Jolie Star. Angel Capital's on the bridle now, trucking along. Hubert Rue the inside. Caballas turns the corner in front. Coal Crusher under plenty of pressure. 2 off to Jolie Star. Lady Shenandoah's hunting the fence hard. Caballas at the 300, 2 in front, beating off Coal Crusher. Jolie Star starting to meander through. Caballas is going great guns. Terrifically at the 200. Jolie Star's giving chase. Then Lady Shenandoah. Caballas is all out now, and Jolie Star powers past. Oh, Jolie Star maintains a brilliant fresh record. Run away from Caballas, and Lady Shenandoah charging home. Angel Capital a gap away fourth.
Oh, she's good, isn't she? She's the new market winner, and she returns today in style and...
So the unbeaten Wonder Mare in the making, 8 from 8. And this is what she's done thus far. Bred in the purple, sold for a pretty penny. And that's the record that's intact, Queen Elizabeth. OK, a market for the Apollo with Ali.
It is all about Autumn Glow here, Em. So she's been $1.55 into $1.40, and she has over 80% of the money. That is a huge go. It would have been a terrible result, but luckily the multis haven't been too bad for us so far. Then it's Chaya Wolf, so we cannot...
Here's the last one. So the instructor rolling along under his own steam, out by 3/4 to Lindemann. Aliana with the tail trail. Autumn Glow's next on the outside, and 2 further back to Chaya Wolf. So the instructor has had the lead all on his own. Lindemann's just sat back all the way. Autumn Glow's peeling 3 wide. Aliana stoked up towards the inside, and 2 further back to Chaya Wolf. 300 to go, the instructor leads. Lindemann coming off heels. Autumn Glow gets moving on the outside, and quickly Autumn Glow moved up, gave them the eye, and went on by. Look at the mare go. Oh, she oozes class. Aliana goes to a clear second. Autumn Glow eased down, won the Apollo by 2.5. Aliana Wolf, 300 to go, the instructor leads. Lindemann coming off heels. Autumn Glow gets moving on the outside, and quickly Autumn Glow moved up, gave them the eye, and went on by. Look at the mare go. Oh, she oozes class. Aliana goes to a clear second. Autumn Glow eased down, won the Apollo by 2.5. Aliana second. Lindemann third, the instructor fourth, followed by Steffi Magnetic.
Gosh, she's good. She's 9 from 9, and in a week where those colours and Arrowfield and everyone lost their queen, they've once again had the return of this mighty mare in Autumn Glow, and all she needed was to jump well, Katie, and then
I've got goosebumps watching her, Richo. She is so special. It's not funny for a horse to be able to begin first.
I'm convinced. I'm a fan. 9 from 9. Like Sam Freeman, I think she's the best horse in Australia.
Well, most trainers that would say goodbye to a horse like Via Sistina would sort of watch her get on the float and say, wow, Won't have one like that for a while. Hang on. Fuck the Autumn Glow. Whack. Aliana runs second. Lindeman's run third. Waller's holding aces galore.
Are we getting too carried away, Ollie, or you know, you're a bit of the old sage jockey. Are you getting as excited as we are?
On that performance yesterday, yes. I thought she'd be really well placed up to that, just the right races at the right time, which Chris Waller's really good at doing. But into the deep end there a little bit yesterday. She's so tactically sound. She can put herself in a good position, jockey's dream to ride, but she put away a good field there yesterday, and that was her best win to date by far, I think.
And since mid-November to see back at the races, that's his She's a Alibi. And we put up $1.75 there on Wednesday. Some of our sharpest punters were actually happy to take that. Backed into $1.45, now back out to $1.50. In terms,
they were followed by the outside Spicy Lou, a length and a half, She's a Alibi. Then came Salty Pearl, a length and a quarter, Jenny Gone Bonkers, Exit and last Morgana. 600 metres to go. Shadow Is led by about a length and a half. Just tried to get a little bit of a steadier before the bend. From Angel Eyes, a length and a quarter, Mystery and Drama. Then came Spicy Lou. Now She's a Alibi. All eyes on her, about to try and extricate away from the rails, or is she sticking to the inside? She's held up at the moment as Shadow is led. 250 out on the inside. She's a Alibi is going to scrape paint, breathe in, and drives up on the inside with Mystery and Drama. She's a Alibi accelerates. Went to the front from Mystery and Drama. Salty Pearl. Off she goes. She's a Alibi. What a win. 2 1/4, Salty Pearl, Mystery and Drama, and 4 Spicy Lou. Then Exit, Shadow is Gentle Eyes.
Absolutely brilliant call, Matt Hill, and a superb ride by Zac Spain. He did have to breathe in, Katie, and breathe in hard. She's really special, this one.
She's really special, and a super ride there from Zac Spain. He didn't panic, and he had...
The Group 1 race, the Angus Armanasco, but I think the winner is a Group 1 horse in waiting. Now, have a look at this from She's an Alibi, and guys, what do you do here, Grace?
Well, you wait patiently and you hope that the gap appears, and then you just know that you have an absolute weapon of a racehorse underneath you that will go, and she did exactly that. This was, in my opinion, the performance of the whole day. She is a complete star. Shark?
The gap came. Punters breathed a sigh of relief, but you want to see good horses win. You don't want to see them beaten in unlucky circumstances, particularly when they don't have a clear crack at it. So I think for the theme of the day, it was great that the run came.
There is one horse out of that group, even that group that probably stands out in 1931 Farlap. They say, I wasn't there, compliment. Matt Nevitt, give us the market. How
reported right through the week, she's the best backed runner clearly in the race, but there are cases to be made for the others. Pericles beat her, the last time she went to the races, $6 to $5.50. Evaporate
to the moment, stacks them up here at the 800 metres by a neck. Evaporate. V8 on a limb, 3 deep. Watch Me Rock, fourth the inner, then came Pericles the centre, a length and a quarter for Rosie, and then came Buckaroo, and last is Like a Lucy, 550 metres to go. The odds-on favourite, Treasure the Moment, just let Evaporate. V8 is stoked up out deeper on the track, third up. They're about a length and a half. Watch Me Rock. Pericles waiting it out for Rosie, flat to the boards to the outside, then Buckaroo. Treasure the Moment, the first to straighten. 250 metres to go. Now she goes for home, and the crowd roars. 2 lengths in front of Evaporate. Pericles and Watch Me Rock. Treasure the Moment, 100 metres to go. Pericles is wearing her down. Treasure the Moment, paddling it. Pericles has got her. Williams again. Pericles has won it. Buckaroo, what a run. Treasure the Moment. Then came Evaporate and Like a Lucy fighting out fourth. Behind them, Watch Me Rock.
Well, he's been in 15 Group 1 races, Pericles, before today. Been second 4 times and third twice. He gets his Group 1, and Willow gets 6 futurities, and Bjorn Baker's a happy man.
Unbelievable. Willow, and of course he knew he's probably the right horse to win a futurity because he's been going...
Won an Autumn Classic. He looked like he might be the next big thing. Here's Willow, 6 futurities.
Street Boss, he's won $7 million in prize money, which is pretty hard to compute for a horse like Pericles.
It'll be tough for him to
want to be sitting near him. Have a look at this. This is what I love. He wears his heart on his sleeve. There is no greater celebrator in racing than Bjorn Baker.
Look at him.
Oh, wow.
What about the fellas sitting behind? They've just realised halfway through they had front row seats to the Bjorn show. He is into it. And isn't the
Blue Diamond, with all these incredible stories, the first really big grand final for Group 1s for 2026. Lots of opportunity here, and we know the residual value.
Still wide open, though. This is an incredibly open edition of the Sportsbet Blue Diamond. Closer to free has been a big market mover in the last half an hour. That's probably off the back.
Closer to free on the outside of Lady Moscato. They share the front at the 500 metres. Streisand, 3/4 of a length away third. Then Guesthouse behind those as they come to the turn from Almost an Angel. I Am Aria, Garner's Khan, Cheyenne around them in the light blue. Then Milson's Point, Unit 5, under the whip towards the outside. And then Zambales. Lady Moscato with Closer to Free the outer. Then came Streisand. Guesthouse is trying to get a run. And then Cheyenne the outside at Streisand and Closer to Free at the 150. Closer to Free's kicking and Streisand. Streisand's taken the lead. Streisand draws 3/4 of a length in front and won the diamond. Streisand's won it from Closer to Free. Then Guesthouse, Zambales. They were followed by Garner's Khan. Next to...
What a story it is. So Ben Melham gets his Blue Diamond Stakes and Clint McDonald gets a second one in a short time in 3. It was
great for racing, isn't it? I reckon there's about 60, 70 people in this horse. I don't even know half of them. Anyway, it was like being in a mosh pit at a concert just then. What a filly. The blinkers, we knew she floated, but you try things and it worked. And to all my staff and my track riders, Jono and Tan.
As my youngest daughter would say, it was a super fun, happy day, Dad. It was great. And look at those scenes there from the mounting yard. Like, absolutely amazing poster Blue Diamond. Michael, you said memories were created at the races yesterday. I reckon some of the memories might have been erased last night. Great. And I think the form from this Blue Diamond might stand up pretty well in Sydney because we're yet to see a standout in the 2-year-old brigade up there.
The only thing I'll say is...
OK. This could be the big V's year as far as the Golden Slipper is concerned. There's only been 2 Victorian-trained horses that have won the Golden Slipper in 30 years.
Wow.
Miss Finland was one, and the other one was Crystal Lily back in 2010. So it's been a big drought, but... I think
this is a good go, and today as well. He was quiet during the week, but they've really started to come for him now. They've really started to come for him now at $1.90 now.
Interesting, Richo. Do you see the setback as a bit of an issue? Has it been enough time?
Katie, as we get ready for the Skyline.
And it's going to head off Plagiarism, and Warwaven tucks into a handy third, followed by Knightsbridge. Fireball up on the outside. Then we've got a real queue of them there. Over on the inside is Spring Ruler coming to the turn from Central Europe. Campione d'Italia, Zenson and High Alert into the straight. Star Jamaica leads from Plagiarism, and King has to take the inside run on Warwaven. Star Jamaica's put it even closer to the fence. Further back to Knightsbridge. Campione d'Italia running on, and Fireball. Star Jamaica is just the leader. Warwaven's going up to join it. Warwaven, Star Jamaica, Plagiarism, and Campione d'Italia's chiming in. And down the outside is Central Europe. What a finish! Campione d'Italia and Central Europe. They're the 2, I'd say, just in front of Star Jamaica and Warwaven, followed by...
Central Europe, if it hasn't won, it should have. It was held up the entire length of the straight as it still picked itself up and got there on the line. Oh, it's close.
Goodness. Oh my goodness, just give me a second to gather my thoughts. That was, I just didn't know where to look. What a race. Central Europe has just ran out of his skin, but he's got nailed there. He's gotten beat, he's run second, so he... Well done to Ali Mosley, who found Campione d'Italia. You say it better than me, Richo, but what a performance there. He really did improve out of what he did first up in the Lonhro, but he's a gorgeous colt, and
Reporting that it's racing more like a 5 with this beautiful sunshine that we've got in Sydney today. She's running a number of Group 1s, including a Blue Diamond and a Golden Slipper at 2, and then a Golden Rose in it. And that is the silverware that the winner gets to take home. The Group 1 Surround Stakes for the 3-year-old fillies over the 1400.
65% of the money sits with your $1.60 favourite here in Tempted, who looked an absolute picture in the yard, and there are over $2 million of multis through her. So that's a fair chunk. So Tempted, as I said, your $1.60 favourite. They just
Last one. Savvy Halley jogging in the lead of the 600 by 2 on Dolly Dancer. A couple off to Karinska and Sunrays. Berry gets going at Apocalyptic, whipping up on the outside at Tempted. and given a bit of a liven up Apocalyptic as they turn. Savvy Halley swings in front. Ole Dancer's getting closer on the outside. 2 after Tempted, and Chad Schofield swinging off her. Look at her go. She's going after Savvy Halley. Ole Dancer between them. Savvy Halley pushed on. Tempted pushed on, and Tempted moved up on the outside. Tempted takes a narrow lead from Savvy Halley, who won't lie down. It's Tempted and Savvy Halley. Tempted, Savvy Halley, bob of the heads. Give it to Tempted, a nose over Savvy Halley. Wow, what a thrilling finish that was. Ole Dancer third, a gap back to Apocalypse. Rays.
Got there just right on the line. Kieran Maher can take her on my watch. I'm going to make you earn it, and earn it she did. Well done, Chad. Brilliant ride. Savvy Halley's second, Ole Dancer third, Apocalypse.
Form. But, yeah, 1,200 metres only, I think, from now on, Ollie.
Yeah, I agree with you there, Shark. Yeah, I'll be surprised if we see her at 14 again soon.
Yeah, they got a decision whether they go to the million. We'll see what Godolphin want to do there. All right.
As he deepens into the preparation. The Very Elegant was once known as the Chipping Norton. Let's get a history lesson. The 9 runners, including this superstar, in Autumn Glow.
The CV, just short of $7 million, Lizzie.
She is just instantly. Off you go, hands and heels, ask you for an effort, looking at the camera saying, wow, I've got it.
So some big liabilities with multis rolling through. We've, of course, seen Tempted, Observer, and now Autumn Glow coming up as our $1.25 favourite here. She has 85% of the money here. That is astronomical. So Delius on the second line has been a drifter, 650 to 850. Aliana actually has stayed pretty solid around 11s. Chaelwolf 12 to...
Now Lindemann gets to the front. 20 to 1 today, Lindemann. Out by a length and a half. Sir Delius first up today is parked on the outside of Aliana. Sir Aliana today's in front of Autumn Glow on the run. Autumn Glow 1 out, 1 back. Then Soul of Spain. Chaelwolf right behind her, followed by Wood and Verney. Then Tritton further back to Trinity College, and Valiant King coming around the turn. Lindemann in front, Sir Delius the outside, Aliana the inside, and Autumn Glow's coming off heels. Up the rise, Aliana moved up. Aliana takes the lead, but Autumn Glow's cutting loose on the outside. They're sprinted hard. Sir Delius third. Autumn Glow now gets a neck in front. Aliana showing tremendous fight on the inside, but Autumn Glow gains the upper hand. She's the perfect 10, and it's only just beginning for Autumn Glow. A half length. My goodness, how good's Aliana gone yet again? They gap Sir Delius third. Soul of Spain's run on. Trinity College as well. And out.
Is she the perfect racehorse? Might just be. She's 10 from 10. Absolutely crunched everywhere on the tote. James McDonald moves within 4 of Ollie. He's been made to look just fair compared to her, and Soul of Spain, the stayer.
Let's have a look. Elegant. She was $1.25. She delivered, Ollie. I love the run of Aliana here, and gee, we're spoiled at the moment. We've got some really good horses, and they're all standing up.
Yeah, she just had the perfect run there yesterday, sort of the one you wanted to be on in the run. But, you know, Aliana tested her a little bit there. She's come back in great form. I was really pleased with Sir Delius's return there. I thought he was a bit fresh and over-raced early when Willow put him up into a spot.
Hopefully move on to the George Rider.
And then after that, what do you want to see her in?
Queen Elizabeth.
Desperate to see her in over the 2000.
Yeah, I do. I think she'll win it.
Well done.
Thank you.
Why wouldn't you? I'd like to see her go there as well, Ollie, and put all the cards on the table.
Yeah, I'd like to see her draw well. I reckon if she had to do it a bit of a tough from a wide gate there, at that tricky start at 2,000 metres, I wouldn't be as confident as J-Mac is.
Well, he was emphatic, wasn't he?
They'll bring the house down if the pride of Australian racing is to be successful. So all those stories and plenty more to come. Matt Nevitt, Matt, how short is she?
Well, Bruce, in fact, she's $2.30. 22 cents worth of deductions here because there have been those 2 key scratchings with Treasure the Moment and Buckaroo, but she's got around half of the overall hold here, 230 in from 420. Tom Kitten there going for back-to-back victories on the second line of betting scene good, strong support as well. $3.90. Steffi Magnetica.
So 1,000 metres to go, and the portion of the race where Jenny likes to start to dial it up, and Pride of Jenny now 2 lengths in front of Evaporate and quickens it. Tom Kitten third outside of Steffi Magnetica. Stapati doing it the hard way. Watch Me Rock between them. Sabaj the fence, then Like a Lucy, and last of all is Antino. So it's Pride of Jenny coming up towards the home corner. 650 metres to go. Attempts to pound them into the turf and led by 3 lengths Evaporate, Tom Kitten. Then came Steffi Magnetica on the fence from Stapati. Well back, Watch Me Rock, Sabaj, Like a Lucy, Antino. He calls for Pride of Jenny in the straight at the 400 metres. 2 lengths Evaporate and Tom Kitten giving chase. Pride of Jenny coming back to them, joined and almost headed by Evaporate, with Tom Kitten making a line of 3 at the 200 metres. He pushes the button on Tom Kitten. Evaporate going with it, then Stapati. It's Tom Kitten with Evaporate, then Pride of Jenny. Tom Kitten just in front. Tom Kitten's going to be the first dual winner. Tom Kitten has won it from Evaporate. Pride of Jenny and Sabaj in a photo. Behind those, Stapati, Like a Lucy. A gap to Step.
Oh, what a great race. It was such a battle all the way up the famous Flemington Straight. He always looked the winner, Richo. You always wanted to be...
Described, Bruce, and what Craig Williams was able to do there, Lizzie, was hold, ask him for one effort. He strolled up.
He's perfect, this horse, this prep. He's just come back in such good order, and Willow's building a really good rapport. It probably wasn't the initial plan, but, you know, that's why they're the best, those riders. They just... He thought on his feet.
And Tom Kitten, he wins another Group 1, his second All-Star Mile. He's now won in excess of $7.5 million in prize money. A really good 2-year-old.
Right, so clearly as the day went on, it became evident that the rail and hard up against the fence was an advantage to be there. So I think in the end, where he got close enough was probably the winning move. So all credit to Craig, really.
So the punters alike, he has 50% of the money. So our traders are going head-to-head with them. He hit 290 and he's into 260 now, but we are taking him on as our lay of now 850. Generosity is at 9 and has stayed relatively solid.
Marzu scoots to a big lead from Mahuna and Generosity third. Boy, the field is opening up here. 3 after Sky Bird, followed by In Flight, then Giga Kick. Raging Force is being eased out of the race. The joint favourite is out of contention. Into the straight, Marzu shows the way. Mahuna in second, followed by Generosity. A big gap back to the rest. Giga Kick is still 8 lengths away. Marzu being tackled by Mahuna, and Generosity's chiming in. 3 off to Skybird, running on. 3 across the track. Generosity moves up to Mahuna. Mahuna in the middle. Generosity, great finish in the challenge. Bob of the heads. Oh, close one. Generosity and Mahuna, they're the 2. Half head away third, Marzu. Giga Kick rattling home at the end. Further back,
Mahuna, the Golden Slipper winner. She's run super today. She was second on this day last year in the Riesling. Generosity there looks like she's got the bob. Look at Giga Kick closing. And that means James McDonald has had 5 rides today and has had 4 wins.
Well, I tell you what, superla of a performance. She's always a lovely mare. That race completely changed complexion when Raging Force...
And a Randwick Guineas in the same season, and that's Autumn Boy as we look at the trophy. So it was the Canterbury Guineas.
So She's at Alibi has 45% overall, and she's the one who they've come for. But that gap is starting to narrow now. So She's at Alibi, as I just alluded to, is your favourite, and she sits on top there at 235, in from 240. With 30% of the money is Autumn Boy, but it is starting to build now. He's at 290.
Leader from Ninja. Autumn Boy on the improve together with She's at Alibi in a whitish position early. Providence just easing behind them. Attica goes forward. Attica's bursting through there and keeps She's Alibi 3 wide in the early stages of the race. A couple further back to Rivellino, then Decorum and Green Spaces. Last of all, the long shot Dusty Bay leads and Ninja pounces on the spot outside the leader. Dusty Bay and neck in front to Ninja side of Autumn Boy. Then came Attica and She's Alibi parks up on the outside. So the favourites running 6 at this point. 2 lengths away to Decorum. Then came Rivellino and Green Spaces. Last of all, Dusty Bay at the 600. A length on Ninja. Then Providence. Autumn Boy 1 out, 1 back. Attica 3 back the fence. A half the outside to She's Alibi. And Luke Nolan starting to stoke up the filly approaching the turn. Dusty Bay shows the way. Providence has had a good run. Coming off heels. Ninja just lost a bit of ground. ground. Attica being stoked up on the fence. Autumn Boy and 2 further back to She's a Alibi, who's starting to wind up. Ninja moved up, hits the lead from Autumn Boy. She's a Alibi chiming in, and She's a Alibi got the upper hand from Autumn Boy. Then Ninja, Attica, Rivellino from further back, but the filly pins the ears back. What a performance. She's a Alibi, different class in the Guineas. Beat Autumn Boy, lost a bit of ground. Attica being stoked up on the fence. Autumn Boy and 2 further back to She's a Alibi, who's starting to wind up. Ninja moved up, hits the lead from Autumn Boy. She's a Alibi chiming in, and She's a Alibi got the upper hand from Autumn Boy. Then Ninja, Attica, Rivellino from further back, but the filly pins the ears back. What a performance. She's a Alibi, different class in the Guineas. Beat Autumn Boy, Attica 3rd, Not Sure 4th, Rivellino, green space as Ninja got tired, then Providence, Dusty.
What a filly. She's an Alibi, Katie, had a horrible run in transit. Got 3 wide, they kept kicking up inside her, no blame at all to Luke Nolan, but he could not get her into the spot he wanted. She's overcome all of that, covered extra ground, and to be fair, thrashed the boys.
She's a freak, Richo. That is unbelievable. As you said, he couldn't find a spot. She began well, and they all kicked up, so that meant he had to keep dragging her back. She didn't like it at one point. She sort of flicked her head up. Then he had to find that balance. Once he found the balance, then she just put them away, didn't she? I mean, I'm lost for words.
She came up and absolutely towed them. The Caulfield Cup winner, Caulfield Guineas winner, Autumn Boy 2nd.
Yeah, I was a bit cautious about this filly. I wasn't quite sure she was beating the strength she was beating up on in Melbourne. She took on the best colts in Sydney. They had no favours in the run. They weren't letting Luke Nolan getting early. J-Mac kept him out, and then Adam Horomnis kept him out, and he had a bit of a bumping duel with Attica trying to get in, and she just blew them away. That was a serious win.
2000th winner too for Luke Nolan, which is some achievement, and Peter Moody paying tribute to his great mate.
I had a chat to Moods this morning on the phone. He said, look, it's probably a little too long to give her a break between now and the Spring Carnival. Maybe a Vinery, maybe the Queen of the Turf could be one more run before they give her a break. 2000 on her.
She's only got 49 in a Doncaster as well. He did say, I heard him say that did he really want to pick a fight with Autumn Glow? But with 7.5 kilos off her, I wouldn't be frightened of Autumn Glow getting 7.5 kilos off her on that win.
Then that's Gold, followed over by...
Let's go live to Ellerslie for the $4 million Kiwi. Well written, unbeaten here. She's in the Yulong colours. She's going to be about $1.25. Let's see if she and Lizzie...
Who dares Romanov, Lola Polinsky as well back in the field here. As back with it also as of Kura, and Belle Chevelle's a long way off them with To Bravery Born. 300 metres to go. She's made the lead, well written. She made the lead and went clear by 3. He Who Dares is out after her as Akura's putting in a huge run out wide, and Belle Chevelle's running on. It's well written in front. Belle Chevelle's going to get very close. Well written needs the post. Belle Chevelle's lunging. They had it. Oh, gee, that's very close. Belle Chevelle's had an almighty lunge right on the line with well written. Third over, we've got He Who...
We have had a protest in the New Zealand. She's won, so she remains unbeaten, Richo and Lizzie. She's beaten the second favourite by a nostril. She got so tired. I don't think she's in... Oh, boy, have we seen some racing today, guys.
Oh, that head-on will be fascinating, but also, it's as though Lizzie...
All waiting for the feature of the afternoon, the Group 2 Adelaide Cup.
Stuck into the Group 2 Adelaide Cup over the 2 miles, and Barclay Square comes off that fantastic win at Flemington, but this is his first go beyond 2,600 metres, and he's got to carry the weight. That's going to be the knock against Stone into third.
Must be at least 15 off the leader in last position. All of a sudden, that lead of 7 lengths is only 4. Kamachi is the leader. 1,000 metres to go in the Adelaide Cup. In second, Highland Bling. Sentimental Flame, Newfound Land is starting to move into it. Then came Chance Taken. Kirkliston Blue. The runs are coming thick and fast now. Then came behind those American Wolf getting into the clear from Zibulon. on. Crimson Vine out wider. Dictionary eventually hooks the widest of them all. The new leader now, Highland Bling. Lockie Neindorf has gone for home. 600 metres to go. Race changing complexion. Kirkliston Blue went to second. Hurry Curry's running on. Crimson Vine out very wide is running on out very deep on the track. It's Highland Bling, the leader. They turn here. It's a length in front now. Getting after it now, American Wolf the outside. Further back was Hurry Curry. It's American Wolf now going up to join the leader, which is Highland Bling. American Wolf and Highland Bling are going to settle down to fight out the Adelaide Cup. American Wolf and Highland Bling. Highland Bling's coming back for Lockie. Highland Bling, American Wolf. What a finish! My goodness, what a finish! Terrific go. Highland Bling or American Wolf, I'm not sure. In front now, getting after it now, American Wolf the outside. Further back was Hurry Curry. It's American Wolf now going up to join the leader, which is Highland Bling. American Wolf and Highland Bling are going to settle down to fight out the Adelaide Cup. American Wolf and Highland Bling. Highland Bling's coming back for Lockie. Highland Bling, American Wolf, what a finish! My goodness, what a finish! Terrific go. Highland Bling or American Wolf, I'm not sure. Third is either Crimson Vine. Further back in the field came Dictionary. Now, American Wolf has lost the rider here past the line. Then Kirkliston Blue, Chance for Athena.
Brian, look at that. Jet Stanley on 13, American Wolf, which has won the Cup, has dumped Jet Stanley. The horse is now on the loose in front of the main grandstand here, John. What a clash between American Wolf and the runner-up Highland Bling. And American Wolf has won narrowly here for Jet Stanley, Trent Busselton and Natalie Young.
What a thrill for Jet Stanley. We talked pre-race that the 2 mile...
Stanley, I've never seen a winning jockey come back like this, John.
This is absolutely amazing. This race has had everything from start to finish. We saw the...
Ticks everywhere. Metres, 5+ metres here. No jockey wants to go anywhere near this part of the track. They all want to come mid-track out. You know where that suits? Jimmy Star storming down the outside in the William Reid, our feature today.
Here we go. This is the feature now, the William Reid over 1,200 metres, and it's all about Jimmy Star. Now, you know he's going up to Sydney after this to win a TJ Smith and an Orba. 235, 210. Jigsaw, can he win at weight for age against this lot? The market says he's the horse they have to run down. $8.50 into $6. Tropic.
Middle of the course at the last. So it's Jigsaw in the middle of the course at the 700 metres, blazing the trail by a length and a quarter. Second is Charmstone. Third, Tropicus, followed by Devil Knight. A length and a quarter, Barrakill. Then Magic Time, Ray Magnerio. Jimmy Star 2/3 down from Angel Capital, Airman and Benedetta. Coming up to the turn, the leader is Jigsaw. Just starts to dial it up steadily at the 400 metres. Led by a length, Charmstone and Tropicus under pressure. They were followed by Barrakill. Next in the field is Devil Knight, Magic Time. Jimmy Star's trying to thread its way through behind those. Jigsaw grabbed by Charmstone below the 200. Then Ray Magnerio and Barrakill joining in. Jigsaw just in front of Charmstone. Devil Knight's coming, and over on the far side, flashing Angel Capital, but it's Jigsaw. Jigsaw lifts 6 in a row, and an Aussie Group 1 from Devil Knight, Angel Capital. Then a photo for fourth. Charmstone was there with Ray Magnerio, who's run a massive race. Barrakill, Benedetta, Jimmy Star next, Tropicus behind those horses.
So, Cindy Alderson there, whose father Colin trained Sky Heights that Ollie rode to win a Caulfield Cup a fair few years ago, gets her first Group 1 in our country. She won the Group 1 with Jigsaw just a few weeks ago over in New Zealand, and Logan Bates was part of the ride there. What a remarkable turnaround in this horse. He's won 6 in a row. He's a double Group 1 winner.
Unbelievable. I'm so happy for Cindy Alderson. You are definitely not her favourite. Richo's her favourite, unfortunately.
2, 4, 11 and 9. I can handle that. Special one.
I know, absolutely amazing. I mean, I didn't think he could keep going. They just gave it to him and he just fought and fought and fought.
We spoke last.
Putting the inside part of the track and being in the worst ground aside, that was lengths off what Jimmy Star can do. He is grossly underperformed here. Forgetting the track, you know, he's a much better horse than that. We didn't see it.
I had a chat to Jack Turnbull this morning. He said he's pulled up with 2 really big black eyes. Okay. A couple of clods of turf. Ollie, you would know better than us how much.
5 Group 1s from Rosehill Gardens coming up. And could J-Mac win on Aliada and draw level with Ollie? 15 minutes' time. And his greatest stand... 100, it took him 3.5 years. It's quite phenomenal. It's hard to believe. In a way, we know we have 76 Group 1 races here, and he's been prepared to travel, hasn't he, around the world?
Yeah, Flex, what you were discussing earlier, Bruce, declaring this a match race. The market has it as such. Aliana has been the more popular of the two. Cerdelius is always quite popular, and they have really paired off. Will it play out that way come the race? Well, with a 5-horse field and naturally not as much speed...
Cerdelius, who still sits about 2.5 at the rears of Aliana as they go inside the 800 metres. And it's Lindemann doing his thing, rolling in the lead. Lindemann by a length and a half to allow Canson, Trinity College. McDonald just biding his time at Aliana. Williams as well there on Cerdelius. They come up to the home corner now. And Lindemann in front by a length to Trinity College. Allow Canson under plenty of pressure. Now Aliana being stoked up, coming to the outside. And Cerdelius the widest into the straight. And Lindemann is giving a ton of cheek. 3.50 to go. Lindemann by 3. Now Aliana is starting to close in, and Cerdelius as well. It's Lindemann all out, and Aliana, this great mare, ranges up on the outside. 2 further back to Cerdelius has got the job. It's Aliana trying to beat off Lindemann. Aliana being lifted by McDonald, and he closes the first chapter on this historic day. Aliana, a narrow winner of the Ranford Stakes, edging out Lindemann and Cerdelius. A gap back to Trinity College, and allow Cancer's last stand, and McDonald's done it.
He has, Darren. It was hard fought. Group 1 races are hard fought. It was a battle.
Aliana looked to have the perfect run there, drawn to get the perfect run, which she did. Cerdelius was very, very good there. I think he'll be peaking in the Queen Elizabeth, so I think there's improvement to come from him. But the big question is, where will Autumn Glow go?
Where would you run her?
I'd love to see her take on the challenge of She's Alibi in the Doncaster, given 7.5 kilos. I mean, we don't often see the challenge.
Well, I text John Massara, the boy looking to do what his dad did, albeit he was on a streak of a couple in a row in the lead up to this, and his career actually culminated in the Rosehill Guineas. Autumn Boy favourite, but I reckon we might see a new favourite come jump time, because Observer, $2.40 to $2.30 is only 10 cents away at the moment.
This is peeling 3 wide to start a run, approaching the turn, and Bingai leads the way by a length and a half to Observer. Then Federalist. Victoria's Spirit's got Autumn Boy in a pocket. As 1 step closer, moves up on the outside. Approaching the turn, Bingai, Observer, Victoria's Spirit 1 step closer. And Autumn Boy, McDonald's just eyeing off the gap, looking for it now. Bingai leads at the 300 metres. Observer stoked up by Williams giving chase. And McDonald said, go on, Autumn Boy. And Autumn Boy moved up at the 250. Put pay to Observer, Bingai. Further back then to Green Spaces, running on. But it's Autumn Boy clearing the Rosehill Guineas. This is a win that'll live forever for James McDonald. 130 Group 1 winners. And what a performance. Green Spaces second. I think Observer third. Then 1 step closer, Federalist. Further back to Bingai. A gap 2. Deal done fast. And last end was Victoria's Spirit.
So, as Darren says, James McDonald rides his way into Australian racing, actually Australian sporting history. That's how big this is, and that's how great he is. It was a magnificent ride. All the precious...
wonderful performance. The horse was just travelling so sweetly.
All the guy gets another Group 1. You break the George Moore TJ Smith partnership with James McDonald. He gets his 100th Australian Group 1 and becomes the greatest jockey of all time.
Yeah, pretty.
Obviously, huge relief, and I suppose to receive so many well wishes, and especially getting that text from you, Ollie, and yeah, it's obviously a special moment. And
Ben, we come to you for the market for the George Ryder. No jockey's ever won 3 Group 1s on Golden Slipper Day. What price is J Mac's horse here?
Yeah, $1.25, and I can't help but feel all of us are just loving these images. I'm not sure our traders are. With Aliana into Autumn Boy, and now I can only imagine Autumn Glow. The liability is enormous, and this is a horse that already across the spring in the Golden Eagle...
That one's, of course, not a Group 1 officially, but it's a Group 1 field. It's an enormous record. I mean, it's best.
Last of all, there's plenty happening up front going into the first turn, and Bivark is really building up the revs, and Adam Hieronymus takes Bivark to the front. Yorkshire will hand up now in second, taking the trail, followed by Evaporate third in front of Linebacker. Lady Shenandoah back on the inside of Autumn Glow. So the hot favourite is running midfield, one off the fence. Further back then to the 3-year-old Attica, parked on the inside at Gringotts. Further back then to Pericles from Nepotism, Headley Grange, and Encaps last of all. By Vark leads by 2 lengths, 600 to go. From Yorkshire then came Evaporate, Linebacker. Lady Shenandoah's locked up on the fence by the stablemate, and now Autumn Glow is peeling, and McDonald puts the champion mare into the race as they turn into the straight, and Bivark leads the way by 3 on Yorkshire and Autumn Glow. She's really starting to cut loose now, and Autumn Glow in a bound moved up to take the lead away from Bivark. Lady Shenandoah's running on well on the inside. Gringotts working into the clear, but Autumn Glow's broken away. 11 out of 11. Perfection. Absolutely flawless. Autumn Glow beats Gringotts, and third Bivark leads the way by 3 on Yorkshire and Autumn Glow. She's really starting to cut loose now, and Autumn Glow in a bound moved up to take the lead away from Bivark. Lady Shenandoah's running on well on the inside. Gringotts working into the clear, but Autumn Glow's broken away. 11 out of 11. Perfection. Absolutely flawless. Autumn Glow beats Gringotts, and third Pericles, followed by Lady Shenandoah. Further back to Bivark, then came Headley Grange. Next in was Evaporate from Linebacker.
She is remarkable, there's no question about that. She's now gone from potential champion to certainly a champion of the moment, and who knows where it might end up. 11 out of 11. She has spanked a really good field today, Lizzie, and she always seems to get herself into the right spot. Give J-Mac a tick for that as well, but give the filly a tick as well.
She is absolutely incredible to watch. He just was in second gear for the majority of that race.
Look at that shot,
and then
Lizzie.
he just absolutely...
In a short time. So for Chris Waller, it's the second time that he's won 3 Group 1s on this day, the only training to have done it, and J-Mac the first jockey. Here's Emma with Chris.
Racing's about, we know what's going on, but to get that out of the way and then to deal with a champion the next race, it's pretty special. So, yeah, I'm sure he got a good kick out of it.
So use the C word, champion.
Yeah, it's probably a bit light, but in my eyes, she is, yeah. I'm qualified. It'll help her get 2,000, but it'd be so good to get some feedback from James. So go and ask James.
All right, I'll do that.
This mare now, this 4-year-old mare, has won 11 races out of 11. Her third Group 1 plus a Golden Eagle, and they haven't.
A long time. James does.
There's not a horse that could come with her. It doesn't matter what is in the race. Impossible. And she's just got amazing sustained speed. It's quite incredible what we're witnessing, and because she's the...
Spoke about her, you said she'd win the Queen Elizabeth. Is that where you want to head still?
I'm sick of bloody pointing where she goes.
He said to ask you what you reckon, a mile or 2,000?
I'll let him decide. John will decide, and we'll go from there. But, and it's special to witness.
Well, Randwick, let's put on a 2-year-old race that's very special. It's the best 2-year-old race, and now the richest 2-year-old race in the world. Back in 1957, the 70th race. This incredible Golden Stepper. Let's hear now from Michael.
The first wave of about 4 or 5 going really quick into that first bend. I don't want to be involved in that because that could get the horse over racing. We'll be in the second wave, hopefully 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, around that area, 2, 3 wide with cover. Give him his room because obviously probably momentum.
This morning we had $7 the field. Cheyenne's still holding that position and has done pretty much since that last start performance. Streisand at $7.50, currently on the second line. Closer to free at $9, trimming in a point late. Fireball at $10 on J-Mac Day. Forget the slipper. Guest House, $10. Woven, $10. Spicy Miss. Paradoxium is around the $14 mark. And Pembrey, I want to make mention of, $31.
Very strong in the early part. Fireball parks behind. Woven 3 wide from Stratton Ruler, followed by Guest House. Cheyenne the outer. Hedrick's lost a length at that point, followed by Zambales. And back towards the rear of the field is Campion d'Italia. And up ahead of that is Sheiky as they travel to the turn. Closer to free, really pushing on. On the outside of Streisand and Paradoxium deeper out. Then came Spicy Miss, Music Time, Pembrey, and Woven as they straighten beaten up, and the front runner now is closer to free, coming off the fence, going up the inside is Streisand from Paradoxian Music Time, Spicy Mess. Guest House is running on behind them, just needs some clear running, going up the inside, Streisand Music Time. Guest House bursting up the inside. Guest House moves up from Music Time. Streisand. Guest House won the slipper. Guest House beats Streisand. Photo third. Music. And the front runner now is closer to free, coming off the fence, going up the inside is Streisand from Paradoxian Music Time, Spicy Mess. Guest House is running on behind them, just needs some clear running, going up the inside, Streisand Music Time. Guest House bursting up the inside. Guest House moves up from Music Time. Streisand. Guest House won the slipper. Guest House beats Streisand. Photo third. Music Time and wide out Campione d'Italia. Then came Stretton Ruler from Fireball the inner. Hedrick.
But it is the big one.
It's the big one, that's right. And he's been riding so confidently. I didn't know who to cheer for in the concluding stages. I was like, go Chad. And then I saw Zach swooping up the inside. This is a special moment for him because I know James has won.
Look at him barge through.
Today,
Sorry, Lizzie. Look at this, Katie. Look, he goes inside. He just had the bargey, Archie, didn't he?
What a ride, and obviously what a big, strong colt Guest House is, and he did so well. I had the hype, and he loved every single moment of it. We see how hard these jockeys work, and this is the ultimate. This is the goal: winning these major races.
Incredible. So a Victorian trained horse wins for the first time in 15 runnings of the Golden Slipper. Here's Mick Kent Jr. He's with Emma.
Hey.
What a trading performance.
Hey,
what a colt, hey?
This is our Sydney guy. He's been very good. And, yeah, what a horse. He's had 3 runs where nothing went right. And with the good speed on, he finally relaxed.
And you've done a lot of...
Go on, Zach! Go on, Zach! Go on, Zach! Go on, Zach! Go on, Zach!
Outstanding. That is Michael Kent Jr. at Rosehill with Ben Elam, who is the Sydney foreman, just giving each other a bit of man love in the mounting yard. And why not, after watching their big boy Guest House win the Golden Slipper? I wouldn't want to win the Golden Slipper. I wouldn't want to have got stuck in between those two boys then.
Covered a bit of ground there. It was almost like a bit of a tango, wasn't it? It's sort of reminiscent of the replay again. I thought Streisand was going to run 58th about 5 times during the straight, but, you know, testament to her bravery and how professional she is. She just kept finding and just kept fighting, even when Guest House went past her. You can see Campione d'Italia coming out, just having his shoulder out and find some room before finishing off. You would expect Ollie Sires all over that horse.
Yeah, and Stretton Ruler was a nice...
Speaking of Zach Lloyd, he's just won the Golden Slipper and the most sensational...
Is our favourite and a pretty well-supported one as well. Barriers have played a huge part in the racing today, and you can't help but feel unlucky for Briasa, who drew poorly in the race last year and probably cost Briasa the race, and is drawn 12 again at this time. $5 hedged at $8 this time. $5 hedged at $8. Mahuna at $11 has hovered around that price most of the day.
Out. Reserve Bank is out. The lights on. Stand by for a jump in the Galaxy. Oh, now there's another incident, and it's the favourite, Grafter Burners.
So I think we're going back. Are we going back to the...
To do out wide, followed by In Flight. Then came in Rich from Infancy, Generosity. 2 lengths last of all is Jeddabil. Going on with the job, Marzu gets down to the rails to lead. From last year's slipper winner, Mahuna parked the outside. Hedgesters pushing through on the rails, going to third on the inside of Ostraka. Bridal Waltz is the one out 3 wide. Briasa's on its back, followed by In Flight, the Black Cloud, the fence. Then came Generosity from Infancy and Richton, Jeddabil. Marzu swings the corner in front by 2. On Hedged Mahuna, Bridal Waltz wider out. Ostraka's going back towards the inside with the Black Cloud. Briasa's on the outside. He's starting to put in. It's Marzu under siege from Hedge. Then Mahuna, Bridal Waltz. Briasa's in for it out wide, and Generosity's very late. Briasa wide out. Marzu's fighting. Mahuna, Jeddabil, where to look? Mahuna, I think's won it. I think Mahuna. Jeddabil stormed through the middle. Marzu, this is in for it out wide, and Generosity's very late. Briasa Briasa wide out. Marzu's fighting. Mahuna, Jettabeel, where to look? Mahuna, I think's won it. I think Mahuna. Jettabeel stormed through the middle. Marzu there, Briasa wide out, and Generosity. What a finish to the Galaxy. Hedge has only been beaten a neck. Then Bridal Waltz, followed by the Black Cloud with them.
Oh, what a build-up to the race, and we can almost say that Lightning does strike twice in the same place on a day like today. She wins the Golden Slipper last year, and today she comes back and gets a second Group 1 on the same day. And for K-Mac, that's huge, isn't it?
It's huge, and now he becomes the most successful jockey in the Galaxy. That's his 4th win in the race, and what a jockey he is. Of course, Hats back, and to see her, the Golden Slipper winner, back and winning a Group 1 is massive. And what a finish, look at that. What a finish, look at that.
Incredible. So for Michael Friedman, this is a brilliant
tough stuff. And didn't the handicapper do well?
Handicapper was absolutely brilliant. Well, Emma's used to talking to her cousins and uncles on day like...
As we build up towards the Australian Cup, 163 years of history and tradition.
Australian Cup, you're getting $3.50 currently with Sportsbet. In slightly from the $3.60 opening quote. The biggest market move here from the main players in the market is the 10, Like a Lucy, $9 into $4.60, and that price continues to trim up as we get close. Ordered $4.80. Pride of Jenny is on the drift. She is $4.20 out to $8 and continuing to head out in the market. Have backed at a price.
Zalina, so past Chiquita Lodge at the 1,200 metres, and Pride of Jenny is 4 or 5 lengths in front with the choke out from Just Fine second. 3 or 4 Light Infantry Man. They were followed by Birdman, who spots Pride of Jenny about 8 lengths at this stage. Philia in 5th, about 3 lengths Tom Kitten, Like a Lucy. 3 lengths of Puglia, Damask Rose, a length and a half Sabaj, a mile back, then Basilina and Mark Twain. So it's Pride of Jenny has gone fast mid to race as she likes to do. At the 650, Pride of Jenny's 5 or 6 lengths in front of Just Fine, Light Infantry Man. Birdman is sneaking ground the inside. They were followed by Philia. Further back in the field of Puglia, Damask Rose, Sabaj, and well back Mark Twain. Pride of Jenny looks down the long straight at the 400. She's 2 lengths in front of Birdman, who's about to challenge with Light Infantry Man, followed then by Like a Lucy. They've got to Pride of Jenny. Birdman, Light Infantry Man, up to Pride of Jenny, who kicks at the 200 metres. Pride of Jenny digs in, finds reserves, a length in front. Light Infantry Man looking to go back to back, coming at Pride of Jenny. Puglia late. Pride of Jenny with the heart of a lioness, coming at a Light Infantry Man. A photo finish. She may have done it. Pride of Jenny. And well back Mark Twain. Pride of Jenny looks down the long straight at the 400. She's 2 lengths in front of Birdman, who's about to challenge with Light Infantry Man, followed then by Like a Lucy. They've got to Pride of Jenny. Birdman, Light Infantry Man, up to Pride of Jenny, who kicks at the 200 metres. Pride of Jenny digs in, finds reserves, a length in front. Light Infantry Man looking to go back to back, coming at Pride of Jenny, a Puglia late. Pride of Jenny with the heart of a lioness, coming at a Light Infantry Man. A photo finish. She may have done it. Pride of Jenny from Light Infantry Man of Puglia, then Sabaj and Birdman. Like a Lucy. Stand by.
No way she's done it. Can you believe it? Looked out on her feet at the top of the straight. Courage. Fights him off with every sinew in her heart as she held on. I reckon she has.
I've got no idea.
I reckon she has. Jenny's been incredibly brave. Light Infantry Man, the defending champ. Kieran's hoping for a dead heat.
That'd be ideal. That'd be ideal. I actually don't know. I've got no idea.
Light Infantry Man.
Light Infantry Man has defended.
Oh my goodness.
My God.
Is there a gap, Kieran? Yes, there is. Congratulations on the Quinella.
I won't be welcome at Cape Shank tonight, I know that. Thank you very much.
What a Quinella.
Oh my goodness.
That is, so you defend your title with Light Infantry Man, and Pride of Jenny was as brave as she's ever been.
She's unbelievable.
Yeah.
And he's one of the few horses that
really enjoys racing her, and there's not many horses that do enjoy racing her. And we were contemplating whether to run Jenny or not, you know, heavy track. She's just unbelievable horse, unbelievable. I'm so thrilled.
Yeah, she's just...
And light infantry man, he's just a beauty. You know, he's the tougher the race, the better he goes. He's worked during the week, and then the tougher the race, the better he goes. He's quite phenomenal.
We're thrilled for you, mate.
Yeah,
we can see how much it means to you. Well done.
Well done.
Thank you. Thank you. Cheers.
Well,
Post the Australian Cup. I don't know what it is about that race.
Yeah.
But it just tends to throw up ridiculously good finishes, doesn't it?
It was a great finish. I mean, I think the only time light infantry man was in front was right on the line, wasn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. And
light infantry man, who likes a fast run race, he was tough and he was able to just stay in touch with Jenny, and he looked like he was struggling to get her, but just right on the line he put his head down.
I still thought she'd won. I thought she'd won on the line, and it was literally just that.
One time, it's the Vinery Stud Stakes for the 3-year-old fillies over the 2,000, and some trainers looking to...
About that Kiwi filly, Oh Hope Bay wins, and she's very popular. 60% of the money. We're keen to take her on to a certain extent. As such, she got out to 2.9, so 380 into 350. Then we have Belcheval, pretty solid on the third line at 420. Panova is a drifter.
And McDonald's got Oh Hope He wins under a double grip at this point as they approach the home corner now. Panova right on her coattails, followed by Celestial Award, and still last of all is Isle 2. He starts his run at Oh Hope He wins. Stand My Ground leads approaching the turn from After Summer. Belcheval's travelling strongly behind. Zach Lloyd taking the gap now. Salty Pearl, and now I Hope He wins in the white blinkers is hooking to the outside. Stand My Ground being tackled by Belcheval. Salty Pearl is chiming in. I Hope He wins still third, 2 lengths further back. It's Belcheval wandering under pressure from Salty Pearl. I Hope He wins hasn't got there yet. It's Belcheval, Salty Pearl. Belcheval, Salty Pearl. After Summer through the middle, but Belcheval. Oh, this is close. Belcheval was fighting hard, and After Summer's dropped its nose down. Salty Pearl third. I Hope He wins on the outside.
Belcheval looks home. Zach's done all the work. It was wayward, and then late Billy Egan's lifted After Summer and might have just missed. Belcheval, who was just beaten by Well Written, will win the Group 1. That Katie, she's always
out of his skin at the moment. He's really rising fast as we go back and Zach just here, and yeah, he really had to swap the persuasion.
In New Zealand as well, but were you surprised that the Victorian filly After Summer got so close to you? It looked like you had her on toast on the bend.
Yeah, well, after the line, I looked at Billy Egan. I said, "How are you here?" Because I thought I just manoeuvred him out the way, and he was going to drop back and run near the back of the field. So credit to that horse. It just probably hit a flat spot going Sydney way.
We gear up for our next Group 1, the Tancred.
Yeah, and what a Group 1 we have in store. Of course, we've got Dubai Honour trying to go back-to-back, and it's so hard to do. Only the immortals like Tie the Knot and Octagonal have done it, and they're both in the Hall of Fame. We've got Aliana, who was brilliant last week, trying to back up in 1 week and win it after her Ran Vet win. Piggyback. Well,
60% of the hold. She's just getting out of touch now to $1.90 from $1.80 this morning, but by far and away best backed. Then you see Dubai Honour, who's been a firm. You went and caught up with him before, Katie. He looks, albeit Aliana has the weight of money, Dubai Honour has firmed from $3.40 into $2.90.
Back is still the last one. No change to the order as they stretch out down the back. And Dubai Honour looking to go back-to-back here in the Tancred, out by a length and a half to Aliana. So McDonald certainly keeping tabs here with the overseas champ, followed by River of Stars and Vauban in 4th position. Then Zarir back on the fence from Soul of Spain, Valiant King and Piggybacks last of all. They roll towards the 750 metres, and Dubai Honour keeps up the gallop. Just being ridden along a little bit by Markun, and he's really upping the ante now. It's Dubai Honour by 2.5 to Aliana. River of Stars is under the pump, and Vauban as well as they travel to the turn. And Dubai Honour extends the lead. He's 3 in front. Now McDonald has to get really busy busy on the mare Aliana as they straighten up. And Dubayana swings with a 4-length lead. Aliana's got the job. She's 3 lengths away. She's not shirking the task. Dubayana starting to drift a bit under pressure. He's still 2.5 clear from Aliana, and then Vauban going to clear third. It's game on at the 100. Dubayana a length and a half. Aliana is knuckling down. Dubayana, Aliana, lunge, got there. Oh, the Group 1 double in a week. What a mighty performance, the mare. Aliana travel to the turn. Andy Bayana extends the lead. He's 3 in front. Now McDonald has to get really busy on the mare Aliana as they straighten up. Andy Bayana swings with a 4-length lead. Aliana's got the job. She's 3 lengths away. She's not shirking the task. Dubayana starting to drift a bit under pressure. He's still 2.5 clear from Aliana, and then Vauban going to clear third. It's game on at the 100. Dubayana a length and a half. Aliana is knuckling down. Dubayana, Aliana, lunge, got there. Oh, the Group 1 double in a week. What a mighty performance, the mare. Aliana gunned down Dubayana. They gap Vauban, then River of Stars. She's all heart.
2 championship weight for age races produced 2 thrilling finishes, and Aliana, this super filly who won a derby, who's become a 4-year-old mare, who's won a Tancred, runs down the old marvel that is Dubayana, who just grows a leg in Australia. Vauban runs third, River of Stars runs fourth. Katie, your talented husband wins another one, but what we've seen is what...
Unbelievable performance from Aliana and Dubayana. I must say, I take my hat off to Tom Marquand. That ride was sensational.
Marquand, Dubayana.
We thought we'd try something different today, and just we kind of knew what would happen if we just sat and did what we normally do. So tried it, it nearly worked. The filly's very good. She ran him down and probably had no right to, really.
Aliana chasing down Dubayana. Ollie, I loved this race. It was another one of those exciting early moves that really set this finish up.
It was a bold ride by Tom Marquand, wasn't he? Took him to the front, set him for home pretty early, around the 800-metre mark. I was thinking it was a well-executed ride, but I just think if Tom had waited another 100 metres, he probably would have pulled it off.
Really, really good.
Yeah.
I thought it was fascinating, the post-race interview with James McDonald as well, and how he rode Aliana. I want to ask you about this, Ollie. Have a listen to what J-Mac had to say.
Be pretty patient on her, because I learned a bit on her the other day, and I wanted to replicate, well, learn from what I felt the other day. And I thought, even though it wasn't ideal letting them get so far in front, I had confidence that the mare would pick up. Once she balances up, and then she'll find. Where last time Nash rode a terrific race and had me a little bit disorganised, and I didn't want that to happen today. So for me to chase them a long way from home was, I thought, detrimental to my chances of winning, and it could have worked out either way, to be fair. But lucky we were on a superior horse, and credit to the runner-up, he gave us one hell of a fright.
It's always the best, isn't he? Always learning, always thinking.
Far from home there, and you can see Aliana get left behind, and you're probably thinking, get going. But if you push your horse before it's ready to go and it's not comfortable with that transition, you've got to let them build and get through their gears. And when you do that, you can see that they're going to be strong at the end. You know, if you try and push them when they're not ready to go, they can get disorganised and lose their action. If you help them through that flat spot, and then they can be really strong in the end, like Aliana was there yesterday.
She's done a big job, Sharky, backing up 7 days in a row. I think it's highly unlikely she'll go to a Queen Elizabeth now.
Yeah, TJ is. Look at these stars. How much money have they won, Katie? You did the sums?
Yes, I did, Bruce, and they've won over $66 million, nearly close to $67 million, and they're all group.
Bazoo as well. With the weather, in fact, the entire market has changed complexion today. Jolie Star is firming and is now favourite. After 10, Tyrus was favourite all week. Jolie Star, having opened $4.60 today, has been $3.90 into $3.50. Giga Kick, though, best backed overall. Our worst way at tab, open $8 today, $5.50 into $4.60. We'll love these conditions. Taking on...
Hustling for the lead from Overpass. Briasa in a handy third. Followed then by Jolie Star on the inside of Giga Kick. Now Magic Time just eased back a length, followed by Skybird, Jimmy Star and 10 Tyrus. It's a real mob at the rear of the field as Marzu storms to the front. Inside the 600 by 2 and over past. Jolly Star rails to third, followed by Briasa. Jimmy Star's making ground on the home turn. Giga Kick in the middle of the ruck. 10 Tyrus second last. Marzu leads up the rise. Jolly Star the inside, over past the outer. Then came Briasa. Magic Time, Giga Kick a bit cluttered up. Jimmy Star, 10 Tyrus are going to run last. Over past Jolly Star. Marzu fighting Giga Kick into the clear. Jolly Star shows the way. Giga Kick is lengthening. Jolly Star in front of Giga Kick, and she does it again, Jolly Star. 5 Group 1s. What a preparation, holding off Giga Kick. Skybird third. Then Jimmy Star, who's coming again on the line from Marzu. Further back to Magic Time over. Further back to Magic Time over past 10 Tyrus. Hasn't handled the soft. Briasa's finished last.
Well, what a performance. Again, an incredible ride. I mean,
Gates, he didn't go forward and let Zach slot in one off the fence. He was able to really make him, he dictated where he wanted Zach to go, and that was the winning move in the end. It wasn't what he was able to do in the end of this race. It was out the gates and at the start and for the first 400 metres. And
history. I mean, history does say a lot of things. History's set on racetracks on big days, but it tells you that it is very hard for a 3-year-old filly to win a Doncaster. We haven't had one this century, and the last one to win it as a 3-year-old filly is one of the all-time greats.
Could he possibly be bored on a farm?
With 2,000 cows, yet he was bored, and he buys a $10,000 horse called She's an Alibi. Didn't realise how good she...
When she won this was $1.80 when she won this 10 years ago. Such prices are rare in Doncasters. As it stands, She's an Alibi is $1.95. She did touch $1.90. Best back by an absolute mile, as you'd expect. Open $2.10 final field earlier in the week. Pretty much everything else is getting out as a result of the money for She's an Alibi. Autumn Boy's been $6.50 back to $9.
Favourite. No fillies achieved this since Sunline. The gates are back and they're racing in the Doncaster. Autumn Boy was one of the last out. Stepardi and Helsing have jumped well. South Crystal Clear together with 60. She's an Alibi now second last. And Pericles has been taken back to last. Racing to the front here, Evaporate in the yellow cap by 3/4 to She Light. Helsing third, Linebacker in a great position fourth, 1 out, 1 back. 2 further back to Stepardi, Gringotts the inside. Further back to Attica on the outside of Autumn Boy and Headley Granger's 3 wide. Then came in cap from Crystal Clear, Militarised, 60s, Vivier. She's an Alibi is back at joint last with Pericles as they go inside the 600 and Evaporate rolling by 3/4 to She Light. Then Helsing, Linebacker pulling out with Stepardi, Attica, Autumn Boy coming off heels. Then Headley Grange further back 60s taking a rails runner up the rise and Evaporate 3 lengths clear. Linebackers closing in quickly. Gringotts into the clear. Here she comes. She's an Alibi is winding up down the outside and the filly, look at her go. Oh my goodness, different class. She's an Alibi for Jamie Millam, the first filly since the great Sunline to do it. And what a statement. My goodness, She's an Alibi, 5 lengths to Autumn Boy. Then Headley Grange further back 60s taking a rails runner up the rise and Evaporate 3 lengths clear. Linebackers closing in quickly. Gringotts into the clear. Here she comes. She's an Alibi is winding up down the outside and the filly, look at her go. Oh my goodness, different class. She's an Alibi for Jamie Millam, the first filly since the great Sunline to do it. And what a statement. My goodness, She's an Alibi, 5 lengths to Autumn Boy. I think Militarised third from Gringotts. Then 60s, further back Vivier, Headley Grange. Linebacker Evaporate, Attica, NCAP, Helsing, Pericles, Stepardi, Crystal Clear, She Light. What have we just seen?
I'm not going to say this without thinking about it. Randwick has rarely, if ever, seen a better performance than that in the modern time. It's up there with anything we have seen. It is a most extraordinary performance by a 3-year-old filly. Fred Nofke with Cat Coleman. We know what Jamie has been through to get this ride. We're shaking up here. We know that we are in the presence of greatness. Absolute greatness. Peter Moody had arguably the greatest filly we've ever seen, and we've got another one here. Oh boy, it's hard to get your head around.
That potent turn of foot that she's got, you could see she worked into it, and Jamie looked so confident. She was the widest horse at the top of the straight. Jamie waited with nerves of steel and then said, go.
Look, she's within a half a length of Autumn Glow and maybe right with her, and look at Moods and Cat and Mrs. Moods. Oh boy, they've seen the highs, Peter. I mean, Richo, Randwick is so special for Peter. We've just seen one of the greatest performances ever at this track.
That's the big words from them. Just do what you got to do, and she's just amazing. Yes. Crikey, you know, I've been blessed to train one of the greatest we've ever seen. But this filly's just amazing. You know, I'm not saying she's black caviar, but that was just shit. How good.
Well, the fact that everything you've achieved, yet I see...
Special horse. Yeah. Crikey, where's the ceiling? You don't know. You know, it's special.
Look, we know she's a good horse, but she had to do it today in that ground. Well, back further than I wanted to be, well, wider than I wanted to be, all sorts. In the end, it didn't matter. In 2-3 strides, I thought, we're going to win by half the length of the straight. Like that was incredible. They know she's a good horse, but what she did then, I've never sat on a horse that's given me a feel like that, and I've sat on plenty of decent horses in the past. She is a freak. That was just unbelievable. I've still got goosebumps.
What a training performance.
And was so impressive there that they had earmarked him for this race going back in November.
About training the individual as much as anything. I think Green Spaces relaxes so well. He's not a heavy set horse. He's lighter and
His favourites have won 3 of the past 4 derbies. I really thought Green Spaces might be favourite by now, but that doesn't look like that's going to be the case. Observer, they're really starting to zero back in towards it, having got as long as 3.
As the race down the side is Deal Done Fast. So it's the favourite on top here, Observer. Half length now in Victoria's Spirit. Storm Leopard on the back of the speed. Designation, the roughie takes off going to 4th. In front of Bing Eye, Green Spaces whips up on the outside with a free ride home. Over on the inside is KJ as Federalist is under pressure. One step closer, gets going from Are You Kidding? Then Savvy Santa, Road to Paris. And last of all is Deal Done Fast as they turn for home, and Storm Leopard's gone up on the inside of Observer. And Storm Leopard raced to a narrow lead from Observer. Then Designation, Green Spaces down the outside and further back to one step closer. Storm Leopard shows the way. Green Spaces moved up quickly. Green Spaces takes the lead narrowly now from Storm Leopard. They're 2 lengths clear from Designation, but Green Spaces sent clear in the derby, and that's a big win. Green Spaces beats the roughie Designation. Storm Leopard third. Thundering home on the inside was KJ from Observer, followed then by one step.
What a celebration, what a day of racing we have seen. We have had the lot. Rachel King there, the first female to win a derby, wins her 8th Group 1 after Jamie Mellon wins the Doncaster today. So J-Mac with a couple, and Bjorn is absolutely off his face here. His father's won 8 derbies in total, 5 of them here. Oh, brilliant.
Oh, so good to see him finally get that in his own right, a derby, and well ridden there from Rachel. It's just a smooth ride. They all...
Moment. Yeah, he's dominant. What date's the Melbourne Cup?
Normally the first Tuesday in November.
No, I say my old man won 5 of them. Very special. I say he's won 6 to win with Godolphin, and a horse like this, I was very confident he would win, and I thought he might put a space on them, and he did.
What was the advice, Dad? What was the advice Dad gave you?
Don't leave him short, son. Don't leave him short. I said, Murray, we're not training for jumps. I said, there's no...
through them and come down the middle. So I think they've turned out the track in beautiful order. Every horse is getting their chance.
Oh, man, I hope A wins out of the Vinery. Gee, the traders have kept her very safe in the betting. She opened 230, got to 250, back into 240 because there's been a lot of support for last week's winner, Profoundly. Open.
Classic Gem and the White Cap is next in the running line, followed by Queen of Clubs. Now, I hope he wins, is now second last and would be about 15 lengths off the leader. and the roughie Dance with Destiny last. So it's Stand My Ground, 800 to go, leading the way by 2.5 lengths from Long Legs. Then came Lamora. Mountain Queen being roused along on the outside. The runs are starting a long way out. Profoundly just sits back in fifth, about 3 off the lead, taking its time. Then came Soberado. After Summer, Classic Gem improves. Still third last is I Hope He Wins, but the field is starting to bunch up now. It's Stand My Ground, turning the corner in front of the Oaks. But here come the runs. Profoundly gets going. So does After Summer, the outside, Classic Gem. And I Hope He Wins in the white blinkers is winding up on the outside. Profoundly takes the lead at the 200. I Hope He Wins. She's looming ominously today. And I Hope He Wins moves up to Profoundly with After Summer fighting in the middle. I Hope He Wins gets a half on Profoundly and After Summer. And I Hope He Wins claims the Oaks double. I Hope He Wins a half length from either Profoundly or After Summer. Classic Gem running home into fourth, and they at last.
Can you believe it? 60 Group 1s between the pair of them now. 5 Oaks for Chris Waller, 3 for James McDonald. She was a long, long way back, but you knew she was travelling. But she had to fight hard, and now she's a dual Oaks winner.
She just has that staying prowess over a few of these other contenders in the field. I tell you what, there was some...
Yeah, definitely, Lizzie. She just loved the 2,400 metres, and she's just a real classy Ocean Park filly. And
look at that, as Dennis would say.
He is now. Pride of Jenny, best backed our worst way, but just soft in the market now. And Lady Shenandoah again is favourite here, Bruce, in a market that was adjusted after scratchings this morning. So Lady Shenandoah at $3.50. Pride of Jenny, in fact, having got to $4, is now just quickly back into $3.70. There is market confidence there today for Treasure the Moment. $4.20 into $3.90. Idle Fly's been 6 back to 7, but she's always heavily back.
Is back last of all, so Declan Bates ensures the paces. Good on Pride of Jenny. 1,000 metres to go, and she's 4 or 5 lengths in front. Lady Shenandoah in a clear second. Back in a clear third is Treasure the Moment as the field is well strung out. We've seen this before with Pride of Jenny. So Idle Flyer fourth, then She's a Hustler. Melody again. Arctic Glamour. Some of these mares just can't keep up. 600 metres to go. Pride of Jenny by 3. Being ridden up now by Bates. McDonald sitting pretty quietly on Lady Shenandoah as she starts to bridge the gap, and 2 for the back, Treasure the Moment, and 1.5 lengths Idle Flyer. Pride of Jenny comes around the corner by 3 on Lady Shenandoah. McDonald hasn't moved on her. Then Treasure the Moment and Idle Flyer. Pride of Jenny's all out. Lady Shenandoah claims her, and here comes Idle Flyer. Lady Shenandoah hits the lead of the 200, but Idle Flyer chasing her first Group 1 success, draws level. Idle Flyer moved up to Lady Shenandoah, and Idle Flyer draws away with the Queen of the Turf by 3/4. Lady Shenandoah second, Treasure the Moment third. She's a Hustler thundering home. Then Pride of Jenny. She went hard, got tired. A gap to like a last, and the Queen of the Turf.
It was a fantastic race. It's a magnificent result for Matthew Smith and Zach Lloyd. Here's Matthew. We had them wide up, didn't we? Zach was talking about what he might have to do. Here's the celebration. She gets to the next level today. Jenny did her bit.
Yeah, he sure is, and that was a sweet ride for him just to get up on the line over Lady Shenandoah. It was a great race, and Pride of Jenny did her all. I think she finished.
The major players are obviously Autumn Glow, Dubai Honour and Sedelius. They're the main stars with cameo roles for Lindemann and Light Infantryman.
Lindemann is going to love the firm conditions out there. One day she got a heavy 10 track and Gangster Granny looked all but home, but she can do it all.
That is indeed correct, Bruce. So she's $1.30. Came into that after Aliana, of course, was scratched this morning. She's been $1.40 all week. Now, Winx won this race at $1.12, $1.24 and $1.06 between 2017 and 2019. Sedelius, having got to $7, is just back into $6.50. In fact, just got back to $7. Dubai Honour, trading between $7.50 and $8. Light in for Autumn Glow than the next best backed, although I did just see a bet of 5,000 on Sedelius at $7.
Okay.
Who thought he was going to settle second last on Dubai Honour? And Lindemann, who normally leads in these races, he is sitting right back at the tail of the field. 1,200 metres to run. Light Infantryman 2 in front of the roughie Caviar Heights. Sir Delius is well clear of his main rivals at the moment. Sir Delius is about 4 lengths off the lead. About 5 further back to Autumn Glow. On the outside of Wood and Verney and Dubai Honour. So Markman has decided to track the great mare everywhere she goes. Lindemann is still last of all. 800 metres to run. Light Infantryman 2 in front. Caviar Heights looks gassed already, and quickly Sir Delia strides up on the outside and is starting to close in. So Williams is putting himself in the best position at the 600. Autumn Glow goes to fourth, followed by Witten Verney, and Dubayana is peeling up on the outside of Autumn Glow. Around the turn, Light Infantryman shows the way. Sir Delia's given full rein, and quickly Autumn Glow slices through, and here comes the great mare. Sir Delia's making his beat for victory, leads by a length and a half. Autumn Glow is grinding away, and Lindemann down the outside. Autumn Glow's in trouble. Sir Delia's, is this his big moment? Sir Delia's 2 in front. Lindemann, Autumn Glow do the chasing, but Sir Delia's takes out the Queen Elizabeth Stakes, done it by 2 lengths. Lindemann from last second. Autumn Glow third, 2 further back to Dubayana. The Gap Light Infantryman, Witten Verney and Caviar Heights. Oh, it's his big day, Sir Delius.
Life has changed for all of us. Sir Delius, who was the star of the Melbourne Spring and wasn't able to run in the Cox Plate or the Melbourne Cup after the X-rays. This is an incredible training performance. It was an unbelievable race with Lindemann at the back and looking like a winner at one stage. James did everything right. James did everything right. She had her chance. It wasn't her day today. And maybe the 2000 found her out.
Yeah, probably did find her out. But let's focus on the winner, because I tell you what, that was a bold performance. You looked back through the field to think, oh...
It's because you got him to peak on the day you wanted.
Yeah, look, this is the one that counted. And, yeah, obviously it was difficult, those first parts of the preparation, when you had a little bit of expectation on him from what he was able to achieve in the spring. But... yeah, we kept focused, and this is the goal that we really wanted to be able to achieve. Today was the right set.
So right now, James McDonald just rolls up behind Craig Williams, and right now, James McDonald has ridden the absolute perfect race. He's on a mare by the Autumn Sun, who produces horses at 2,000 metre plus, but out of a sprinting mare. Is she a middle distance horse? Right here, he asked the question.
He does up the Randwick Rise, didn't he? And it turned out not today, and Sir Delius was oh so strong late. This is how he won those races in Melbourne in the spring. He looked beaten on occasions. He is a powerful animal.
What about the field, though? This is where we sit. So Jigsaw, unbelievable effort from this horse the last couple of preps. 7 on the bounce, that's what he's looking for. Cabalas, a last start Group 1 winner in a Newmarket, no less. And then Ray Magnerio was over there for the Gold Rush at the end of last.
Fine Fettle winning a couple of Group 1s for Cindy Alderson.
When you look at the Quokka, Jigsaw top lining, $3.40. Kabbalah second line from a slightly sticky draw. The same with Jigsaw. Both go forward horses, $4. Ray Magnerio for Robbie Griffiths, $5. Smooth Chin.
Magnificent Andy. He's picked up some ground on the inside of Talk & Co. A length and a half away, then came Ray Magnerio. Sisu Warrior, Smooth Chino, well back in the field. They string right out. Back there as well, Luana Miss, followed by Rope the minute last of all, Oscar's Fortune, who settled a good 10 lengths from the leader. Jigsaw had taken over for Bates. 550 left to go in the Quokka. Jigsaw pricked his ears up and he leads the way. Cabalas is running second. Spywire third. Jedabeel the first to come under pressure. Westar around the outside, followed then by Talk & Co. Magnificent Andy and Ray Magnerio. Further back, Luana Miss. Jigsaw's the leader. Jigsaw by 2. Cabalas battling from Spywire down the outside. Look at Ray Magnerio. He's coming at 100 mile an hour. It's Jigsaw. Ray Magnerio flying. Jigsaw's in front. Ray Magnerio dived with Jigsaw. Jigsaw, the last piece of the Quokka puzzle. Jigsaw beats the brilliantly finishing Ray Magnerio, and also right there as well is Talk & Co. Right behind them, Spywire. Sisu Warrior is the...
Incredible. This horse is incredible. That's his 7th big win on the bounce for Cindy Alderson. The older he gets, the better he gets. He travels over to the west, fires out of the gates like a shot out of a gun. And then they go on frenetic tempo and he sticks on like that.
He has a heart as big as himself, that he had every... I mean, when you look, Katie, this horse is probably life-changing for Cindy Alderson. Like $5 million. She's been able to win 2 Group 1s with him. This is the sort of horse that we all dream of having in our stable. And, yes...
The horse has done it again.
Words just fail me, you know. 7 in a row, 7 years old. There was some kind of synergy to it, so it's just been an amazing trip. I can't thank every...
Now, Group 1 racing in Adelaide. 2,000 metres for the Oaks, and Get a Good Feeling. The weight.
As many starts this time, best backed $2.60. Not a whole lot separating her and Salty Pearl in terms of number of bets taken, but equals good push as well. $8 into $6. Panova, is this the race where Chris Waller sneaks to 199 Group 1 wins? He combines with James McDonald again. Pretty good combination, that one. $10, a nice each way price.
2 lengths away to Paltrow Miss and Freedom Flame, and Stung is moved in to be running 5th. Get a Good Feelings travelling well outside of Mating Call. 2 of the big guns in the betting are racing side by side. Then came Cushioned and Salty Pearl. Further back, Kazaroo the inside from Panova for J-Mac. It's back in about 6th last position. Wee Wee Marcherie. Then came Just Kick and also Synthesize, Strictly Business. And Bonus Forza, if the Kiwi's going to win, she's going to have to come from last. So now they start to dial it up. 600 metres to go in the Oaks. Naragi led. Second, Savitri a length and a half away. 2 to Freedom Flame for third. The inside for Johnston. Then Paltrow Miss Stung. Cushioned, and then Panova getting right to the outside. Get a Good Feelings held up for a run. So's Mating Call. Naragi's the leader now in the Oaks. Paltrow misses after it. Mating Call's getting a run for Mellum. Out wide, Panova for J-Mac. Panova hit the lead from behind those then. Getting through Mating Call, but it's Panova for James McDonald and Waller. Panova's going to do it. Panova from Mating Call. Third, Paltrow Miss, and fourth, Get a Good Feeling. What a ride by J-Mac in the Oaks. Then Salty Pearl. Further back in the field, Savitri, Strictly Business, Kazaroo, Freedom Flame, Cushioned.
That's why we rave about him. That's why we talk about him in hushed tones, James McDonald, because in the Group 1s, he gets it right. He put a main opposition in the box, and Billy Egan had nowhere to go.
She was very good in the straight. Well done.
24th running of the Robert Sangster Stakes. The first 3 editions were won by Lee Friedman, Alingi, Ellie Corsam, the Universal Queen. And
is going to saddle his 200th Group 1 winner. I can tell you, since the Australasian Oaks, Generosity, certainly the one that the Ladbrokes punters have wanted. She has been well backed all week, but she's gone $4.80 into $4 just in the last 40 minutes or so to lead the market. Charmstone, the reigning champion, certainly admirers as well, $9.50 into $6.50. Our early
field, Stretton Angel. Gigi's Miss Truth is behind those from Amina, who was runner-up last year, Flying for Fun. Well back, Skybird, and the one-time favourite Point Barrow last of all. The leader on top is Bossy Bonita. Second placing, Bridal Waltz outside the speed. Charmstone is third, and Generosity for J-Mac. She's all curled up. She's fourth the inside. And then came My Gladiola. Then came Super Smink and Stretton Angel. Benedetta, Gigi's Miss Truth. Skybird heads the others from Amina. And Point Barrow with plenty of work to do. They straighten up in the Sangster. Bossy Bonita and Bridal Waltz together. Stretton Angel going for an inside run. Charmstone, last year's winners, joining in from Super Smink. Then Generosity. Charmstone, last year's winner, hit the lead. Gigi's Miss Truth running on. Point Barrow exploding home down the outside. Bridal Waltz still there, the inside. Oh! Might be Bridal Waltz in a photo. Charmstone's with it. Flying for Fun has flown home. Close up, Gigi. Generosity. Charmstone, last year's winner, hit the lead. Gigi's Miss Truth running on. Point Barrow exploding home down the outside. Bridal Waltz still there, the inside. Oh! Might be Bridal Waltz in a photo. Charmstone's with it. Flying for Fun has flown home. Close up, Gigi's Miss Truth as well, and Point Barrow was exploding home. Great finish in the Sangster. Then My Gladiola.
Oh, this is close. Just when you think Bridal Truth, is it Gigi's? Oh! Gigi's Miss Truth, if you don't mind, for Mark Walker, and Jordan Childs has narrowly been able to win a Group 1 in the Sangster. So the former Flying for Fun bursting late. Charmstone's there. Has she defended her title with a lot of effort? And Bridal Waltz is in the fun. They've come from everywhere. Point Barrow's run out of its skin and hasn't run in the top 4.
Oh my goodness gracious me. Don't underestimate her. Charmstone so brave, and then Flying for Fun as well. Geez, there is plenty to take out of this.
And there's plenty more good runs in behind as well. I mean, I don't think...
As well, Lizzie, and as such, the punters are in two minds about where to land. So your favourite at this stage is now Lady of Camelot. She's at 420, albeit she's not best backed or anywhere near that. Private Harry on the second line was your 310 favourite, is now at 440. So he has 19.9, Splashback 950 in from 15, Uncommon James 10 and 18 or more.
We spoke about him earlier on. He looks as though he's going to need the run.
Gun run, 3 away third, Transatlantic, a length to Payline, and they run this at a good gallop. A length to Lady of Camelot, dead set centre field, and 5 off the lead. Then Reserve Bank, followed by a bounding Warney Splashback, and in flight whips them in 10 off the lead. Up to the turn, 500 left to run. Uncommon James currently making every post a winning post. Wheels for home in front. Private Harry is close enough to get to the leader, if he's good enough. Then Payline, Transatlantic, Lady of Camelot warming to the task, and with that big baldy face of bounding, is putting in plenty with a chance here. Private Harry reached the lead. Payline shot up on the inside. Splashback's running on. Then came Transatlantic. They've got 100 metres left to go. And with a needle-eye run, look at Splashback. Look at Splashback and Michael Rod bursting away. Won the victory. Beat Payline, Warney and Transatlantic. Then Lady of Camelot, Reserve Bank, followed by a bounding. Then came Private Harry, second last in.
Oh, that is a win. Splashback wins for Graham Begg and Michael Rod in the colours of Melbourne Cup winning owner and Sandy McGregor. Well done to the McGregor family. They deserve that. Splashback defeats Payline, Warney, Transatlantic.
Oh, great performance.
Is the great race of South Australia. There's a lot to look forward to. I think
the Goodwood. Racing in the Goodwood.
For the first 120.
Stay support for our new outright favourite in Extra Galactic. Now, Ray Magnerio was favourite throughout the course of the week, obviously was scratched on Thursday, and since that point in time, it's been a bit of a battle for the top billing, but it's Extra Galactic on race day, $5 into $3.70, Fly for Fun $5.50, Tycoon expect money for a couple of runners outside the obvious, the two best backed at double figure odds, the 4 Desert Lightning, as much as 26 into as low as 12, now 14, and Watch Me Win's been a firmer. Got out to 17, back into 14. But up.
Further back then came Desert Lightning, a length and a half to Extra Galactic from Recon. Midtown Boss Flying for Fun. Meridius and Super Smink is last of all, so they work towards the 600 in the Goodwood. Powerbow took the lead. Tycoon Stars up running second, a length away. Make it a half a length now. New York Luster's the insider. Grand Larceny. Watch Me Win's coming to the outside. From Enriched and Desert Lightning. Talk and Co hugs the inside. Then Midtown Boss, Extra Galactic with work to do. Here they come in the Goodwood. On the inside, Powerbow the leader. Tycoon Star the outside coming after it. Grand Larceny starting to pump home as well. Then Desert Lightning, Tycoon Star hit the lead. Grand Larceny, Watch Me Win's running on. Grand Larceny, Tycoon Star out wide. Desert Lightning, have a look at this for a finish. New York Luster up on the fence. Extra Galactic. My goodness, what a finish. Extra Galactic and Desert Lightning. I think they're the Grand Larceny, Tycoon Star out wide. Desert Lightning, have a look at this for a finish. New York Luster up on the fence. Extra Galactic. My goodness, what a finish. Extra Galactic and Desert Lightning. I think they're the two. New York Luster's far on the inside of them. 3 of them stretched across the track. What a fabulous finish in the Goodwood. Close up, Tycoon Star.
Desert Lightning. No. No, boy, oh boy. We've got it all wrong here. So Desert Lightning. Oh, Moods, I apologise.
Oh!
What? Did you think Extra Galactic?
Today, it had been tried at Group 1 level. It had won a Group 1 over in New Zealand, ran in derbies, ran 4th in a Toorak, had run up in the All Age and in Stradbrokes and the like, all the way up to Underwoods, Bruce, and it comes here at 1,200. That is a big win.
And that is an enormous win, an incredible bob of the head. So, Moods gets a third Goodwood. And with Cat Coleman here, Luke Nolan, of course, and it was just the most thrilling finish. I thought the filly had got up. And the group. aiming to put their name in the 2026 honour roll for the Hollandale Stakes. So we work towards the Goodwood and the big local home.
Race coming up. What an honour roll it has, and some great horses are doing battle.
Market, that's for sure. And Half Yours does have majority of the trade here, with the punters wanting to side with the Melbourne Cup winner, and he's your favourite at the moment. But Pride of Jenny, she always creates plenty of different opinions. So Half Yours at the moment is your favourite. Got into as short as $3 at one stage, now back out to $3.20. Pride of Jenny starting to close the gap now, $3.40 on the second line of betting. Good money for Birdman on Friday, but that's dried up now on race.
Pride of Jenny with an uncontested lead early, and Bates is allowed to let her go at the 1,300 metres mark, and she sooled forward to lead by 5 early. Golden Path in second, Zoology third, She's a Hustler fourth, and Knight's Choice is fifth. Further back to Birdman, Miss Jolene. Half Yours had to go back to third last to slot in one off of the outside of Militarise, and 2 lengths away Kovalika going off the back. 900 metres left to run. Pride of Jenny, the best part of 16 lengths clear. Golden Path in second. Zoology, the bolter, third, the outside. 2 lengths away, Knight's Choice. She's a Hustler in fifth, and then follow Miss Jolene, Birdman. Half Yours is a mile back with Militarise and Kovalika. Declan Bates said, let's go, girl, at the 500 metres mark. Pride of Jenny comes up towards the Gold Coast home turn, leading by 12 lengths. She's a Hustler's about to run into second. Knight's Choice to third. Birdman, Half Yours gets to the outside, but it's Pride of Jenny clear. 300 metres left to run. She's 7 in front, but she's all out. Birdman runs to second, then She's a Hustler. Pride of Jenny, 125 left to run. 3 lengths clear, 2 lengths clear. Birdman's coming out after her. Pride of Jenny's gripping on. Declan's done it all of the way. Pride of Jenny wins the Hollandale Stakes. Second in Birdman, and third She's a Hustler. Fourth the Camera, Half Yours, Kovalika or Militarise. Further back to Knight's Choice.
And great call, Mitch Manners. Lizzie, you're at Gosford. I don't know what the cheer was like there, but at Morphettville here, it was a Goodwood cheer for Pride of Jenny. They're going to shout the bar. Richard and I are getting on the next plane out of here. Lizzie, we're never going to forget that, are we? How good was that?
Oh, incredible, Bruce. She is just a horse of a lifetime. She's a horse of a lifetime for many reasons, because she just creates so much interest. There was a loud cheer here at Gosford. You could see she was on her legs, but you know what she did? She had to get these horses behind her chasing. So even though she's really tired, these other gallopers are making long sustained runs, and that just takes the petrol out of their tanks. They can't finish. She was tired. She was on tired legs. But Birdman was never going to beat her. You could see he was finding the line. He peaked at his run probably about here. And anyway, it was all too late. Great performance.
And these are some of the key contenders. There have been 33-year-old winners of this race in the past, including Giga Kick in 2023 and Grafterburners.
Enough with 37% of the overall money invested here. 320 into 270 now. So he's sitting on the top line of betting. On the second line, we have Grafterburners, who holds about 20%, has been 550, bounced around, got as much as 650, now back into 550. At the back end of the market, there's not a great deal. Jimmy Star is your best backed and favourite here in the Doomben.
By the 800 metres, Zerastro 1 length, Grafterburners in a great spot second. Uncommon James third and 3 wide, and Spicy Martini coiled up fourth the fence. Private Harry fifth one off. Napoleonic 6-3 wide of the trailing line. Beeman midfield the rail, then Payline, Warning, Rothfire right off the track. Jimmy Star, Brown looks as though he's going to ride for luck, going up near the inside. Then came another Will, a long way back, Reserve Bag SJ and Skybird whipped them in. The 10,000 field Thunder for home, and Zerastro the leader. Spicy Martini towards the inside. Grafterburners, Uncommon James, Napoleonic, and right down the outside is Rothfire. Rothfire on the outside, and Napoleonic. Spicy Martini close to the inside. Jimmy Star's not in it. Can I believe this? Rothfire! Rothfire! Oh, what a wonderful story! Wonderful story. Rothfire's won the 10,000 from either Spicy Martini or Napoleonic, and Jimmy Star in fourth. Then B dropping right out.
Jaws have dropped to the floor here. It's the rising 9-year-old Rothfire, Group 1 winner at 2. Plenty of injuries have ravaged his career. He's won a Group 3 Sydney Stakes. the consolation prize on Everest Day last year. He ran pretty badly, to be honest, last start in the Archer. Has he rebounded with the ultimate steer from Brad Rawiller, who hasn't tasted Group 1 glory in an absolute age? Rob Heathcote will be in an absolute lather after that. Queensland
spin his form around. He loves it. He nearly won this race last year, didn't he? He's brave. He loves it here at Doomben.
That is some sort of performance. Rothfire at 60-1 wins the Doomben 10,000 Spicy Martini. That mare by Justify, very brave on speed for second. Napoleon.
Yeah, did as we watched the replay here. So he found himself so much horse underneath him.
Last year we got beat an inch.
Yeah, exactly.
And,
Loves this
and
day.
James knocked us off. So a little bit of redemption, a little bit of payback. And
that's what it is, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. And, you know, he's been an absolute trooper for Queensland for, best on 7 years now. And this is his crowning glory. And we might even have...
To his right sort of trip. He gets to 2,000 metres. A penny for the thoughts of all of those jockeys. And leading into the race, Bossy, we're really going to drill down to that for you.
Birdman is your current $3.30 favourite, yet the tab holds tell a very interesting story. So Half Yours currently 40% of the tab book, Half Yours, despite being the third favourite. So he is very popular with your rank and file punters. Birdman accounts for 22%. And although Pride of Jenny there is a $3.70 second favourite, just 15% of the hold on Pride.
I'm riding Half Yours. The starter 3/4 to Vauban and length to Half Yours last of all. Heading to the back straight now, 1,200 left to run. Let's signposter, Pride of Jenny, 8 clear as they go down the back straight. She's a Hustler leads the second division. Asterisk is in third, racing fourth, Half Yours. Millum doesn't want Pride of Jenny to get too far away, so she's making a forward move up to be in third position now. Kovalika back to fifth, then Birdman, and Vauban is last of all. It's the when and how moment as they go to the 800-metre back bend. When will a jockey make a move and who will it be? Questions still unanswered because Pride of Jenny is 12 lengths in front. She's a Hustler second, Half Yours third, then Asterisk, followed by Kovalika, Birdman, and Tuna Vauban last of all, down below these 600 metres. The first split, 125.32. Pride of Jenny coming to the turn, 13 lengths in front. She is all out though. They're starting to chase and chase quickly. She's a Hustler, Half Yours, Birdman to the outside, then Asterisk, Kovalika, and Vauban turn in last. Down below the 300 metres, Pride of Jenny on tired legs. The margin abbreviator is Birdman. Slowly but surely coming after Pride of Jenny. Pride of Jenny in front, not for long. There goes Birdman. McDonald riding for Waller. Waller's 200th Group 1 winner. And Birdman, a brilliant performance. Birdman won the Newman Cup. Beat Pride of Jenny. Third over the line was Vauban. Half Yours fourth. Then She's a Hustler, Asterisks, and Kovalika last home in 2:2:38.
Queensland provides the 200th for a champion trainer. An icon of our sport joins JB Cummings and TJ Smith in the exclusive 200 club. And he's done it in style with a horse that he has just tried his hardest to get to the right race. And he had to run down a superstar to do it. J-Mac timed it perfectly.
He certainly did, Bossy. That was a sweet ride from James, but it was also...
TJ Smith and JB Cummings, mate, congratulations.
Thank you. No, when I see that, it's quite, yeah, it makes you a bit emotional. I don't like to think of it like that too much, but yeah, this man started at number one.
That's right. It's hard to believe. Yeah. Triple honour, hey?
Yeah, the Doncaster. Good one to win for your first one. Yeah, and it was just, I've said it so many times, it's just so important to get your confidence and from that first day. I thought she had the race won at the 400, but then, and she still runs second despite us getting to her pretty easy.
Oh, it was fantastic.
The Kingsford Smith Cup over the 1,300 metres. It is a good horses race and testament to the field assembled.
We're keen to take him on, just given how far back he can get and the lack of pace. But 370 he is now with 30% of the money. Fangirl is second best back there on the second line, albeit she's at 850. Then we see Headley Grange, who's been 13 into 10. Private Eye and Transatlantic, both at 11. Transatlantic is actually our third. Bixteen in from 26 for Sepples for the informed Lockie Neindorf. Splashback at 17 out from 13. 23, a little trim up there for...
Fangirl and Von Hawk is last of all. 8.50 to run. Transatlantic takes control. Another one up to second. And Jimmy Star, he's up to third, but he's 3 wide. Private Eye, meanwhile, coiled away fourth the rail. Headley Grange in a good spot, 5th one off. 3 wide with cover, Desert Lightning. Sepals in the cheap seats, 4 deep. Then Linebacker, Rothfire, Napoleonic, joining the 3 wide cover flow. Yellow Brick will come to the centre of the track, then Skybird. A long way back, King of Rousseau, Fangirl, third last at the bend. Second last on straightening Splashback, and Von Hawk is last of all. The big field travel by the 400 metres. Another one alongside Transatlantic. Desert Lightning and Jimmy Star are joining in. Private Eye, Headley Grange up towards the inside, and wider was Napoleonic, even deeper Sepals. Another will reach the lead. Headley Grange was coming through on the outside. Jimmy Star boxing away with Desert Lightning. Jimmy Star is lifting. Headley Grange through on the inside. Here comes the post. Headley Grange. Headley Grange beat Jimmy Star. Fangirl and another will. Followed then by deeper Sepals. Another will reach the lead. Headley Grange was coming through on the outside. Jimmy Star boxing away with Desert Lightning. Jimmy Star is lifting. Headley Grange through on the inside. Here comes the post. Headley Grange. Headley Grange beat Jimmy Star. Fangirl and another will. Followed then by Private Eye. Desert Lightning, Transatlantic, Splashback. Then Von Hawk, Rothfire, Linebacker. King of Rousseau, Yellow Brick.
Headley Grange is a Group 1 winner. He's promised to run a huge race in a Group 1. Many thought it could be at handicap, but he does it at weight for age, and he out-muscles number 1 in Jimmy Star, who might not be at his absolute brilliant best, but he still ran.
Charged back to the inside, Private Eye back out at them, so it was a good ride.
Yeah, that's a great ride by Hippo. Yeah, the horse was in the right spot. I couldn't believe it go from the barrier rise, even through the middle stages. They were nearly doing 12 to the furlong. For a sprint race, that's pretty slow.
So look at Fangirl, does pick up third there, right on the...
But he's got the job done, beating a very good horse in Jimmy Star, and very proud of him.
Stratty, what weight does he have?
55.
Hippo probably can't do that.
No, he's going to do it. Yeah, he told me before this he was going to do it, and I wouldn't imagine that would...
Thank you, M. 3,200 metres, where Bella Montagna is your current favourite, and Gabe Whitehouse and Adrian Bott have a stranglehold on betting here with 1-2. Currently, LL Cants being the other horse. They won this race 12 months ago with Campbell Dino. So Bella Montagna...
He's about to start a 3-wide move and liven things up. Takes off at the 1,000 metres and whips around them quickly. Now the race starts to change complexion. LL Cants moves up to be midfield proper. Over on the inside was New Look, and then came Hutchins. Wheelstone and Zibulon has been last throughout. Short of 800 left to run. Highland Bling. Thompson took matters into his own hands and now takes control of the tempo. The right way is pushed along. Etna Rosso starts to surge into the picture. Then Bella Montagna still sitting pretty. Bozo may have run its race. LL Cants running on strongly, going up towards the leaders. A few starting to put themselves in the race now. Hutchins as well. Then came New Look. A long way back was Zibulon, and Wheelstone was last. In the home straight with the big weight, Tim Clark took LL Cants to the lead, and LL Cants shot away. LL Cants 2, 3, 4 in front. Hutchins doing the chasing. Bella Montagna not doing enough. Will run nearer last than first. LL Cants is in front with a handy margin. New Look, Zibulon and Hutchins trying hard for second, third and fourth, but this is Gay's 5th Brisbane Cup. Adrian's 4th, Tim Clark's 4th. They know how to win a Brisbane Cup. LL Cants, big weight and all, she bolted in. Beat Zibulon, Hutchins, New Look, and then they came in at weary intervals. Bella Montagna every chance.
Backed because of the weights and measures. Forget the weights and measures. LL Cants was the better stayer and ridden a little quieter. That was the first surprise, Lizzie. Well done, Tim Clark.
Fangirl from the tissues, Debbie Magnet.
Hopes are high and stories are...
Brick, who was a place getter in last year's Stradbroke Taylor Marshall. We've heard from him aboard Spicy Martini, and Luke Cartwright aboard...
I'll see if I can help you here, Lizzie and the punters. It is open, isn't it? So how good is Group 1 handicap racing? Case in point, a $5.50 favourite. Headley Grange, you've got Regal Award, $7. Fangirl, $8. Transatlantic, $10. So it is open. Splashback, $11. Estadio Mestalla, $12, and Spicy Martini. So worst way at the moment for Tab, Headley Grange and the ever popular Fangirl, but there's a bit of love around for Spicy Martini. And I know Bossy's quite keen on her as a roughie, so a $14 chance, and that may trim up a little bit further. So a little bit to play
in the second half of the field with a bounding splashback, Yellow Brick and Von Hawker's last. Down the side with 8.50 left, Arana, and Private Eye takes up the roll and leads by 2, and they run it at a good gallop. Racing second, Regal Award, he's in clear air. 3 to Transatlantic third, another Will fourth, and Spicy Martini. She's skirting the rail in 5th position. Headley Grange behind Natrea, then Warney tuned. At the head of the others, Estadio Masteo, Desert Lightninger, then Seapoles, followed by Rothfire, King of Rousseau, Fangirl, 10 off the lead at the 600, then Splashback, a bounding Von Hawk, and Yellow Brick whipped them in. The Stradbroke Field, Thunder for home. 4.50 to run, Private Eye shifting his ground, grabbed by Regal Award on the outside, and Spicy Martini sneaking up inside the pair, then another Will Transatlantic. Headley Grange about 5 off the lead. Spicy Martini drew alongside Private Eye. Regal Award is struggling now. Spicy Martini and Private Eye. Spicy Martini with a lightweight, breaking clear now from Private Eye. There's 100 to go. Spicy Martini in front. Taylor Marshall, the ride of his life, and Spicy Martini won. Sequels burst home for second. Von Hawk third. Fourth either Fangirl or Private Eye. Then came Splashback, followed by at the head of the others, Regal Award, Warney and Yellow Brick. Death quickly at the tail, and Spicy Martini has won for Taylor Marshall and trainer Toby Edmonds.
Incredible story. The son of John Marshall, a Melbourne Cup winning jockey who was taken from us far too soon, and his young son has delivered in a Group 1. And Glenn Boss, you spoke to us pre-race about how to ride this horse, and Taylor did you proud.
Yeah, well, the key was the jump, because she can be a little bit fractious at the start, but once she jumped well, that was like, oh my God, first job done. He just rode a beautiful.
Ridden a lot of Group 1 winners. How does this feel watching someone that you're so proud of, so connected to, win a Group 1?
It's quite emotional, Lizzie, to be very honest, because I was so close to his dad, and he was a massive part of my life. But be able to speak to young Taylor and, oh, this is crazy. But just speak to him, you know, for days leading into this and execute a plan.
Oh, well done. I know, you know, it's not about you, Bossy. I know you don't want it to be, mate, but we're thrilled to be standing alongside you, and he delivered big time. Cliff Brown's trained second and third with Seppels and Von Hawk at an unbelievable price.
To strength. Congratulations, Toby.
Oh, thank you very much. It's very exciting, quite emotional, to be honest, and just a great effort from everyone involved. Most of all the horse.
You know, had this have happened, I wasn't sure how it was going to feel or how I'd react. Yeah, I guess I just want to thank, you know, Fam and my cousin Josh. He's my manager, and geez, he's been. I think he'd be proud. He'd be very proud, and yeah, it's just. I think to carry his name, and it's a huge factor as to why I'm doing it, is because we're
$2.10 favourite, and he is very popular with the punters. They're thinking no Pride of Jenny. That might be the tonic for half yours to get back into the winner's stall. So $2.10 and heavily back. Militarised, he's still got his fans. He's frustrating, but there's Royal Supremacy amongst longer the rest. Royal Supremacy amongst those, and Kovalika looking.
And just bullock him over the line.
But do you think he's a horse that doesn't necessarily...
To be the pace setter. Goes clear. Royal Supremacy went to a 4-length lead. Along the back straight, midway along the back, 1,300 left to Rana, and Royal Supremacy about 3 to 4 in front of She's a Hustler. Zambardo 1 away, and stop-start tactics on Royal Supremacy now goes out by 5. She's a Hustler second at this stage, quite content to trail and not go up near the leader. 2 away third, Zambardo and Militarised. They've both had every opportunity in the run. Third and fourth as they reach the half mile. Then Asterix on the outside of Pounding. Half Yours has been in third last position from the get-go. 8 to 9 off the lead. They're heading down towards the 600. Knight's Choice on its inside, second last. And Kovalika whips them in. Royal Supremacy, can it keep going? Comes up to the turn, shifting its ground, but will straight with a 5-length margin. It's the one they've got to try and gun down. Royal Supremacy trying to sneak away at the top of the straight leads. She's a Hustler, Militarised called upon. Then Zambardo, Asterisk. Knight's Choice, Pounding. Half Yours with work to do, trying to run on. And then Kovalika, but Royal Supremacy, he's in full flight of the Q22, and he's got a margin, Royal Supremacy, with 100 metres left to go. They're chasing for minor money only. Royal Supremacy, well ridden, wins the Q22. Beats Pounding, third Militarised, Half Yours fourth. Then She's a Hustler, Zambardo,
What a ride by Mark Zara. He rolled forward. Pride of Jenny not in the race. Mark Zara said, Bossy, I'll take up that.
Well, Mark Zara, the best pair of hands going around in the business, then that was just a perfect example of that. He slowed him up mid-stages and then built up his revs from about the half mile, and they were never going to catch him, Lizzie.
No, I mean, I thought that he... Well, it's big weight on my shoulders. It's with Jolie Star. As I said, she's our main Aussie representation today. Of course, Overpass will be cheering for.
Breeds interest from abroad and means they keep coming back, and that's what we want over here. We want the he rides the straight and the round course here so well, and he's able, I think, to adapt his horse to the track.
Jolly Star's better than Asfora, but probably not quite a Black Caviar. Is that fair?
That's fair, Mr. Chapman. Yes. She's
no one's ever called me that.
And she's in the pinnacle of her career. She's a 5-year-old. She's won her last 3 races. She's won down the straight before. She's won.
Might just surprise a few as the girls shake their head.
You've said it before. Almerac just ahead of Lou Gal in the cross belts. Time for Sandals to Stripes, then Carter midfield. So here to Darian comes next. Sajir just ahead of Great Wish, more towards the back early on. The likes of Flora Bermuda is currently just towards the back of the pack in the mid division, and Lake Forest also has quite a bit to do in company with Kinda Blue. It's regional from Jolly Star, who's moving up stylishly. Satono Rev being asked for the effort. Overpass is there as well as the international runners come to the fore with Lou Gal as well. It is Jolly Star, Lugal on the far side. Overpass and Satono Red, regional, Almerac, and flying home on the near side, Stolen Kiss, Jolly Star, Satono Red, a neck down, trying to spoil the party, it's Stolen Kiss, Jolly Star, Almerac, Satono Red, go for the line with Stolen Kiss, a drop of the heads, Almerac on the far side, Satono Red, Jolly Star, and Stolen Kiss, Jolly Star, Almerac, Satono Red, go for the line with Stolen Kiss, a drop of the heads, Almerac on the far side, Satono Red, Jolly Star, and Stolen Kiss, but was it that order? Very close indeed. Almerac's on the far side with Stolen Kiss. Almerac and Satono Rev, I think, are just the two with Jolly Star. Oh, Satono Rev diving at Almerac. Jolly Star.
First, number 1, Almerac.
Almerac wins in the colours of Shadwell Estates. Tom Marquand for William Haggis, who's having a dream week. Your immediate thoughts go to ready, Jim, to get to the Royal Ascot. Look how nearly ready, Jim, to get to the Royal Ascot. Look how close it was. The weight goes...
Gerringong and Tuileries all making their debut in Group 1 racing. It's always a terrific story, Bossy. Lots to look forward to. Her Gerringong in Splashback, as you can see there. So Manal at $4.80. Gerringong sits on that second line at $5. Splashback $5.50. There is a horse there.
Poster Girl and Harley set up shop in front and slow things down. From Midnight in Tokyo and Blinded by the Light, and Tuileries the closest of fourths. Then came Paradise Girl, Manal between runners. Ahara over on the rail. Then Savagery Vibe, Abounding. Midfield 3 wide but with cover. Gerringong on the back of Abounding. Splashback nearer the rail being ridden for luck. Then came Super Speak Infancy. Within the law, fourth last of the turn. Then Melody again, Firestorm. And Soft Love whipped them in. Around the bend now, 400 left to run. And Poster Girl led narrowly, Blinded by the Light, sees an inside run. Tuileries puts itself into the race. Midnight in Tokyo still there. I can see Splashback zooming along the rail. Manal wider. The deepest runner was Abounding. Poster Girl led. Splashback through on the inside is after Poster Girl. 100 to go. Splashback. This is a rails hugging ride. It's a brilliant ride. It's a brilliant victory. Savagery Guide float for second. Photo third, maybe Gerringong from Aha. Poster Girl not far away with Infancy. Then came at the head of the others within the law, followed by Splashback, the shortest way home via the fence.
What a perfect ride there from Jordan Childs. Group 1, number 3 for him. Group 1, number 16 for Graham Begg. They've combined together for Group 1 success in the past. She's been aimed at this race all the way through. It was a messy contest.
Runs have been good. You know what? It's the best track she's raced on the last 3 runs. You know. Anyway, ground was a big plus today, a drying track. Gave her a gun ride. I said, look, you know, if you've got to go back to the inside, there's been nothing wrong with it all day today. Yeah, it's great. She's a gun.
So Geordie Childs, when he's 3 pairs back on the rail, you're there saying stay there.
Ride it to her strengths. She's got great turn of foot. You know, that's just outstanding.
Tell us about Sandy McGregor and his whole...
Was a big plus today, a drying track. Gave her a gun ride. I said, look, you know, if you've got to go back to the inside, there's been nothing wrong with it all day today. Yeah, it's great. She's a gun.
So Geordie Childs, when he's 3 pairs back on the rail, you're there saying stay there.
Ride it to her strengths. She's got great turn of foot. You know, that's just outstanding.
Tell us about Sandy McGregor and